Welcome to Dave's Drama Diner, episode 95, really 96, but let's continue. I am your host, Devious Dave Rose, and I'm feeling especially devious today. As always, let's start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation to everyone but the hate watchers. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll show our appreciation to the hate watchers too. But let's go to the chat, and we'll look up on the list here, up, way up. And if it will scroll up for me. Oh, it cut it off. That's weird. We had It's the Costanza in there. He made the first comment before this is cutting me off for some reason. There we go. I'll check it out through the studio. It's the Costanza. We've got the lovely Ms. Cora. We've got Extreme Shaft. It's Bry Guy. And Jukebox Zero. He's here in the chat. Jukebox Zero. Triggering all them. I know that doesn't rhyme, but whatever. But because here's the deal. Nikki made a stream last night, which I did not get to watch. I was on Drew's show. Good show, by the way, if you want to check it out. Derailed News and Podcast. Obviously, I made it better. I always do. But, good stuff prior, and we had some fun, good laughs. And, I stayed up. I said I wasn't going to even do this. I was going to go to bed prior to the end of the show. I ended up staying up past the post show. And, yeah, I felt it today, but gotta hustle, gotta bustle. But, yes, the fourth drama emperor, you're, whether you like it or not, you're fourth drama emperor. The Nine Gods himself, Nikki Nines, made a video yesterday. Shout out to Casey's Raw and Vikings fan in the chat. And I got a chance to actually watch that this afternoon, really. It was about close to 3 hours, 2 hours, 51 minutes. A lot of stuff that was said. And, obviously we've got Nikki on the menu here, as I've pointed it out. And I don't usually mention the menu, but when I do, it's important. But you got the Nikki 9 Nachos. Spicy and full of just empty calories. Emotional, Edamame, and ChiCom Cabbage, as well as community Compote. So, we're going to be reviewing some of the stuff that Nikki Nines has said. And you know what? I've already reviewed it already, so I'm just going to straight out and tell you what I think about this whole thing. It's a good stream, Nikki. Fucking loved it. And it was quite enjoyable to listen to, but also very enjoyable to read the chat, which there was a lot of goodness, a lot of great stuff that was put in there. So good on you, Nikki. Enjoyed the stream. Do like that you are integrating again, although Joe Cronin did start using a wheel a long time ago, so did Ken, but nobody did it better than me when it came to giving Drew the idea of using the wheel for his show. Let's just be honest. And I think that may have influenced, I can't be absolutely certain. Maybe I'm wrong. But, Nikki now has a wheel as well. And the Wheel of Woe is how I would refer to it, although he calls it the Wheel of Hem. Weak attempt at a name there, Nikki. Or I would call it the hemming wheel, because I think of the song The Whipping Post. Tied to the whipping post. So, tied to the hemming wheel. Shout out to It's Bullsy in the chat. But again, no official name has been released on that. Apparently now he's rushing to the patent office to get it registered. But regardless, go for it. I encourage and support such a thing, because imagine me coming up on the wheel. Oh yes, your first drama emperor. Imagine the things that Nikki would say. Oh my. But still, name change might be necessary. I like the Wheel of Woe. Regardless, let's get to this, boppers, because things were said, and I will address them. And for those that might think that I wouldn't, if Nikki 9 says something I disagree with, I will certainly be quite verbal and vocal about it. So, well, we've got a beautiful video of 2 hours and 51 minutes. I don't know how long we're going to get through this, but then again, it is Monday, and nobody's got anything planned so far for streaming. And more importantly, if you want to save your mind, and many people in this community like wrestling, you're going to try to avoid Monday Night Raw. So what better place than here, where truly you have the most intelligent man in the community. Hi, Shid. Hi. So, let's get down to it. Error in voice Compote. Readjusting. There we go. Sorry. Sometimes the Android does fail a bit. All right. So, we got Nikki's stream ready to go. And let's hear what's said. Also, again, like I said, the chat was fucking incredible. Great shit said about me. And, well, at some points, Nikki disagreed. But we also have a very emotional Seaman call in. Very emotional. Also, I didn't know. Apparently, he dropped the whole psychology college course. So I guess he's not going into that anymore. That's what I gathered from. I could be wrong, but that's what it sounded like. I dropped it. It's later on. Let's continue.
How's it going? So, I'm testing this out. I want to take some suggestions. Maybe this will go on tonight. If not, if I can't fine-tune it to where I want to, I will do it tomorrow. So, I have a new thing I want to do because I feel like you as the community need this. Like,
Wesley?
Things have gotten a little too fucking peaceful here lately for my
1.5
liking.
times speed.
You know, a lot of fucking amateur hour with the shit talk, and I feel like, you know what?
It must be talking about Seaman and Travis.
I'll just show you. I feel like...
Also, shout out to all the hate watchers out there. I know you're just seething and raging and trying to cope. But you'll never be a woman, so let's continue.
It's time to break this bitch out. Can you see what I have on the screen? Please let me know. Yeah, this will basically be like Hematize this. Am I muted? Can you hear me? Can you hear?
You refresh this here. Actually, before we do that, let me just do that. The chat's not showing up, but it should be. But, there we go. There we go. Now it's starting to show up right. But before we do that, actually, I do want to address, let me just set this up here with the display of my web browser. But, yeah, so basically I responded to something here. Let's just go here. Okay, so I put this out, and I thought it was quite comical because this was addressed actually on, on the stream that Nikki did. So yeah, Dave Rose said the N-word, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I have never shied away from it or never denied that I did. And I've done so multiple times. If I'm supposed to feel guilt, I don't know, maybe talk to some of the black people that encourage me to say it, or like straight out encourage me to say it. Like, you can't say heist didn't encourage anybody to say it. Okay? Regardless, I put this post up. I think it's fucking hilarious. And if you don't, you probably take it in the pooper. Well, you know what? Even still, if you could take a dick, you can take a joke. So no, this has to be something more psychological, really. This has to be somebody who's maybe a Joe Grown, a type of person that is just emotionally wounded by the actions of others against people that they don't even represent. But okay, cool, that's fine. So, Drew, Derailed News, the podcast says, is it a bad thing that only white people are liking this tweet? Well, if you take a look at it, first of all, I myself was born in Argentina. And you've got Frank from The Harsh Truth, who's basically Mexican. And he's got a Mexican wife, and, you know. So I just replied, Frank and I are Latino. Just simple. You don't even need a graphic for that one. And then, oh, look at our buddy here, Jacob RP, with those very trimmed eyebrows, very homosexual. You are not Latino, Dave. You're Canadian. And I reply with, I'm a naturalized Canadian that immigrated legally. I was born in Argentina to a family that was there for generations. You bought your U.S. citizenship from a coyote when you crossed the Rio Grande. And let's just be truthful here. Very probable. Very probable. Regardless, I do find it comical that, again, I'm this big racist, according to some people. Apparently some black people don't think that I am racist, or Latino people, Asian people, whatever. There's a lot of people that, fit this role of race traitor for just supporting me. But, obviously there are others that, will say shit like this, Jacob RP, and try to deny somebody their heritage. Same thing that happened to several people in this community, but we all know that it happened to Real Talk. And, that sort of thing I find disgusting, but, you get to see who the individual is that's targeting people, is what I mean to say. But hey, it's up to you guys to make the decision. I really couldn't give a flying fuck, to convince people, because that's what's the point? To force people to... No. Look, here's the information. I'll stand on my own. People can support me. People can abandon me. It's happened before. And you can make up your own mind. So, again, I'm not one of these individuals that, would think that I can dictate the way you think. I'll call you an idiot if you're not thinking straight, but in the end, if it comes to presenting data, it's just a matter of saying, okay, well, here's the data. If you can't make heads or tails of it, that's not my problem. But there it is. So, let us continue.
You hear me now? Yes. Is my audio going through? My audio should be going through. Hold on, I gotta make sure, because I don't know my audio's fucking playing. Oh yeah. Oh, the looping. What the fuck?
I will say also one thing is that I don't follow Jacob RP. I can only assume that he knows my Twitter account because he watches me, because I've been telling people on my streams, but it's not like I've been contacting other people that I don't follow to tell them my Twitter address. So, got to be looking out for that. It's very much like Goon, actually. In fact, excuse me. Let's go back to that. Because, hold on. There we go. Soon after Jacob RP, replied, you had the Goon here, and he says whatever to this again, the same post. So I got my N-word pass, it expires never, so I can use it unlimited times. So it's like, it's a really cool thing to have. And the Goon says whatever. You're very, very concerned about my tweets, despite you not following me. Look at this. I don't follow him. He doesn't follow me, but that's very interesting, don't you think? Not obsessive at all. No, certainly not. Um, no retweets. No retweets at all, really. So I'm not too sure how you're being made aware of this stuff. Maybe someone send it to you. I don't know. I can only assume. What I do see is that you're not following me, and that no retweets are made, and as such, somebody that you follow, you wouldn't sort of see that sort of thing. I don't know if YouTube, if fucking Twitter has changed it or whatever, but well, everything that I'm looking at right now sort of points to that matter. So that's an interesting aspect, to say the least. So let's go back to this, bobbers.
Okay. All right, y'all hear me? Can what do you tell me? No, dude. So all right, here we go. So what my
Out with cows. Yeah, I'm out with cows. Says he's back. Again, I've been looking into people telling me that they were blocked, and I don't know who did it. I suspect that somebody who, again, was a pussy that had a wrench here, basically started to, snipe people and start to do this sort of thing. So, I've been trying to stay on top of this and get around it. So I believe Spartan King, I believe, he was also having an issue, and I just added him as a moderator, just to fix the whole problem and not have to worry. Okay, that person's verified. I know who it is. Let's just fucking get them approved so that I won't have to worry, that this might happen again. But I do suspect that somebody who was angered about what happened between me and Ken started to go on the rampage when it came to my subscribers. So that should go to show how petty people are. Now, I've got my beliefs as to who it might be. I think you guys would probably suspect the same people that I do, or the same person, I should say, specifically. But I won't say that now because I don't have any direct evidence. I've speculated in the past, which has pissed people off. I've been proven correct, which has also pissed people off because how dare he use his logic, his common sense, to come to the conclusion that eventually he proves correct. But okay, we're dealing with a bunch of kindergartners, so we've got to just be cool and relax, and we'll get to that point. Let's continue.
my plan is I am going to spin this wheel, which is obviously very fair. You know what? Let's make it.
Holy shiza, we've got 41 viewers. Wow, Tony, eat your heart out.
Make it a little more. Let's make it a little more. Actually, yeah.
I hear also Tony continues to make streams, so I don't watch them. I unsubscribed from the guy. So
yeah, let's make it a little more fair. Okay, I'm good. Let's see. All right, no, I gotta actually make it fair. All right, save. Hold on. All right, there we go. I think that should fix it. But I have decided basically that I'm not fucking shit on anyone in a while. I have not seriously shit on anyone in a while, and I want everyone to be fair game on this. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I want to take some suggestions of people who they think should be added to the wheel and not on the wheel, of who on this wheel should I truly shoot on, and I am gonna spin that bitch, and I am gonna honest to God shoot on whoever it lands on, because I think it would be fucking hilarious.
Be careful though. You might get a few children that are a little emotional. Then again, you might, have my name come up, and I'll be like, okay, Nikki. Anyways, could you give me that bread recipe again?
Maybe I'll do like one or two a stream. We'll see where it goes. But I don't know who else to name to put on there, Aru. And plus it's like the other problem with that. It's like the material I have to work with, right? Because it's like I have people on there that I've already shit on a bunch, and I just got no interest in shitting on them. But it's like, so if you gave me like JDiz, I mean, there's nothing for me to shit on JDiz. That's my brother. Same with like Chili. Same with you. You don't do anything. I mean, most I could do is make fun of your fucking Wii video game, and that's the extent of it. But if you guys can think of other names that should be on this list, I don't know how.
Yeah,
Tell me
he
how
has
it looks
some
on stream. I'm
issues
actually
with
going to
his
spin the
audio.
fucking wheel. I want to see how it looks on stream.
Rather than type it in the chat, I'll just address it right now verbally. Out with Cows in the chat says, it's funny Nikki was going to shit on everyone, which was the plan because he was trying to test this whole wheel concept out. And Seaman, and TLC made it about Dave for an hour and a half. You are correct, good sir. Let's get, well, apparently I'm a narcissist, so I would love that, right? Of course I love it. But, let's play into the, shh. You're saying the silent part loud. Shh. Just watch, okay?
All right, no, that's too trolly. Hold on, I gotta change that. That's too trolly. Slow down rate.
Yeah, you
All right,
gotta,
I'll put it at 3.
gotta hem up
Yeah,
your
let
own
me know if
ways
that's too
there,
trolly or
Nikki.
not.
God damn it. Fucking trim your own
Seaman's
fucking
on there.
shit.
Tony's on there. Bullfrog, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. I could add Tommy. Mars. Drew's on there. As you can see, I colored everyone's name by my representation of what they are. And but you're right, Tommy. And keep in mind, this is all in good fun for me. I don't know if you guys will enjoy it so much, but I will.
Who cares if anyone enjoys it or not?
We'll give him a nice. We'll give him a nice blue. All right, shit. Add section. Like I'm just figuring out how to use this thing. So, because I think, I honest to God think this will be fucking. I honest to God think this will be hilarious. Because there's a lot of people that want people shot on in this community. But yeah, no, I'm open to suggestions if you think it. And what I am going to do is I am going to I am literally, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be nice. Like, I don't care if it lands on Dave, if it lands on fucking Ken, I will be, I will be very, very.
I better go out and grab a box of tissues.
Up front. Oh, fucking Bullfrog, what's the wheel for? DS Mike, I have no idea who you are. You're probably a chat troll, so you're gone. But yeah, no, I just, this place is getting boring, and I haven't really I've trolled Seaman and Travis a little bit, and to be fair to them, I wanna give everyone a little taste because everyone hasn't had a taste. So.
Seaman and Travis haven't had a taste of your goods yet, I don't think. Because, I mean, if you take a look at what he did to Scott or to Tony, the non-god certainly has a lot of power. And now as the 4th drama emperor, I mean, he has even more compounded power.
Bird. I would suggest to put you on the list, but you don't really do anything. Like, the worst that I have with you is you look like...
Shout out to Fist Loof in the chat.
The guy, Oh, fuck, Vikings fan. I forgot to put Vikings on the... Jesus, thank you, Vikings, for even coming in the chat. All right. Vikings fan. Vikings fan. We'll give him a nice fucking...
And I hope I'm at least making your day go a little bit quicker. Maybe if you're working. Maybe if you're bored. Maybe if you just want to hate me. Something for all here. It's a buffet! Absolutely, yes. Let's continue.
A nice pink, a nice fusion name. There we go. Vikings, you're on the list. There you go, buddy.
There's a lot of pink on that fucking
All
wheel.
right. So yeah, more suggestions. Anyone, if you could think of, this should be added to this beautiful wheel. That I honestly, something I'm not gonna lie. Keith's on there, isn't he? Is Keith not on here?
You gotta forgive Nikki. The beginning of the show was a little bit boring. Sorry, Nikki. Well, sorry. Not sorry. Damn it. I'm too Canadian. Right, Jacob RP? I apologize before I apologize for not apologizing for apologizing. Let's continue.
Check. No, Keith is not on there. All right. Keith. What's the... I wish I could put, black and white for, pinstripes, for a... Wait, no, okay, never mind. To be fair, he's got that blue dot, so I'll give him a blue. Give him a blue color. There we go.
I say you start
There we
making
go.
fun of whatever month it is. So this month, obviously, Pride
problem.
Month. If next month
I'm not
is
putting Silver Roll on the fucking Silver Roll doesn't stream.
Salmon Month. Make fun of salmon.
Yeah, Keith's on there. No, Travis, this is just kind of a test one. I want to see how many people I get in here because if I do this, I actually want to have people. And this isn't me like trying to like bait in people, but I want everyone to enjoy it live so they can get fucking upset
Usurper!
in fucking real time. And this is kind of a test run. Maybe it'll happen tonight, but I want people to like suggest names they think should be on here because like I am literally going to shit on anyone this lands on. You know, like let's.
Just like I tell Drew about how I don't need somebody to donate to me to have a drink, because that's kind of gay. I don't need anybody to tell me to spin a wheel when I can just do it myself there, Nikki. So you're overcomplicating things, but hey, you know, I don't know what to say. Maybe it's just you're around a lot of toys these days, you know, like, you know, the kids' toys and all that stuff, so you're thinking like simplistically. And it's commendable, but here where the grown-ups are, you know, it's very easily to just bring up a name and talk about them. But good on you, champ. I'm proud.
All right, let's give the wheel. Let's give it a little fucking spin. Give it a little fucking spin. Just see.
Oh, and spoilers, that was a fucking joke. I'm sure Nikki's fucking laughing at that. But I'm sure that people will be like, Nikki, did you hear this? Let me get you the clip. Nikki, did you hear what Dave Rose said about you? Actually, certainly wouldn't be the first time. But then again, I talk to Nikki, and he tells me when people bring shit to him. But hey, keep living a lie.
Please don't land on Dave. Please don't land on Dave. I'm so fucking afraid of Dave. Please don't land on Dave. Please, I'm so fucking terrible.
You hear this? This guy's terrified of me. And you guys did this. You created this legend of Dave Rose being this terrifying man, and now you've affected this poor man. How dare you? How dare you affect this illegal Canadian, according to some strange individuals. But yes, how dare you affect this individual and just have him so worried about me? You've done this to him. You know, you've caused him psychological harm. How dare you?
Terrified. Please don't land on Dave. Please don't do this to me. What did it land on? SC and RP. Okay, so right there. Ed.
I have to both agree and disagree with this choice, because the fact is, on the wheel, he's got them both in the same column, and they're both two different individuals. Yes, granted, I understand they look almost identical, but I think that each of them deserves their own sort of addressing. But let's continue. Shout out to the lovely Ms. Tiff in the chat.
As you see, everything's set to the same thing, so it's fair. But I don't really have any. I don't know anything about Extreme Shaft yeah, Dave, it's very terrifying.
Okay, so yeah, apparently it's being suggested that Extreme Shaft be put on the wheel. I don't know why. Extreme Shaft was earlier here in the chat, but not too sure why. Let's continue.
5'4" of them. But like I want it to be fair, and I want everyone to get like equal chances. And as you see, like it's all the same settings on it, you know. So see, that's a little taste. That's what if that lands on Dave, that's what he'll get. Plus a lot more. Anyone will. So yeah, but yeah, no, Rue, I can't put Extreme Shaft because I don't really know anything about Extreme Shaft.
What? Friends can criticize each other and call them shitheads and really just dunk on them, and they can continue to remain friends? No. Did that stop with Generation X? I'm starting to think so, because how is it that Zoomers and Millennials just don't seem to get it? Whether it be me and Ken or me and Nikki, like, hello?
He's always been in the chat and he's always been cool, so there's nothing for me to shit on. Like, and it isn't fair because, like, I'm not gonna lie, some of these are real fucking easy. You know, like I do hope it lands on some of the harder ones, because like some of these are real fucking.
I suggested Bullfrog, but he did not want to accept that offer.
Stupid easy, and some I've kind of shit
suggestion wasn't an offer
on before. So I'm hoping I get some fresh blood on this one. No, Bullfrog, you didn't do anything to make roast you. I'm not roasting you. I don't know. Why?
So apparently Bullfrog is messaging this guy while he's running the show.
So I don't want to do it tonight anyways. When asked, yesterday was an interesting day. I know it's. I don't know how to make. Maybe that'll make the font bigger. Hold on. Let me try that.
Actually, Tiff makes a great suggestion. Should be the mestizo wild card, meaning any Hispanic member of the community can get chosen and roasted. Actually, I do like that. That really opens up a lot of things. It just technically you'd have 5 to 10 people at least listed there. So instead of having to fill the wheel up with additional 5 to 10 slots, you can just use that as a wild card, just like he did, because he put one in there, trolls of the community, or there it is on the green, chat trolls. Yeah, actually, that I do like loopholes. They're always very fun to play with. So I would grant him that. Just put something like that. Hispanic wild card, Latino wild card, something like that, or Latin American wild card. And yeah, sky's the limit. He could just choose anybody and just start to rail on them. So smart lady Tiff is. Let's continue.
Let me try that. If I put it all of them all to 20, it might yeah, it might work. So anyways, as I'm doing this, how's everyone doing? Yesterday was an interesting day. A lot of fucking, we got
Twas it really, fourth drama emperor?
a lot out of it. I feel like it was very therapeutic.
Maybe for you just got to be able to do a live stream for a while and enjoy yourself. I had to deal with recharge when I was there, so.
All right, I should change it enough.
Emotional, childish retards, just to remind everyone.
Is that any better? I can't tell. Or is it fucking exactly the same? Hey, Tiff. Yeah, I don't know how to improve this. Like, I don't know how to improve the
Even C-Man in the chat says therapeutic for who? Laugh my ass off. And Travis says Nikki's therapy session. Yes. Well, that's the thing. This guy likes the hem. What do you think? He racks you up. He'll break your back, and then he'll just watch you struggle there on the ground. I mean, it's his hobby. Why are you trying to take his hobby away from him?
It's therapy. I mean, it wasn't therapeutic for me. Oh, okay. So Tiff, here's the plan with the wheel.
Don't lie, Nikki.
It wasn't really much. Like, I went from internet diary to internet therapy drama is what I went to.
It's called exercising and stretching your fucking pectoral muscles and your back muscles and such. You're just using them as a practice for the racking. Rack-a-dack.
So this is basically going to be hematized. This, yeah, this is going to be hematized. Oh, yeah, it is. No, because I like Tiff. I'm not putting Tiff on the wheel, and she doesn't do anything. She just sits in chat, so it's kind of hard to roast somebody. Like, anyone that sits in chats and is nice, it's hard to do anything for. Casey is raw is on there. Like, Casey is raw is literally on there. If I made all the backgrounds black, do you think that would work better? Like, if everything was black and it just has the white font?
This is
I don't know how. I put it up
as
large as it'll go. Yeah. No, I'm trying to. Let's see. I don't know what I could do to make this. Do I change the font? Like, I got.
Let me fast
label,
forward
text, highlight.
He starts to fuck around with the.
Okay, that helped. All right, that helped a lot. That one. Yeah. That's way better. Way better. Yeah, they have so many settings on here, and like I thought increasing the font size would help, but it was something else. I forgot what I just moved. It was label something. I don't know. But either way, there we go.
You do great in tech support there, Nikki.
Way better. So if anyone can think of names that they want to...
See, I don't need to wield the shit on you, Nikki. Come on. It's really easy. Come on.
On this. Yeah, true. Yeah, but some people might not know who Drew is. Drew. All right, I'll just take Drew off. I'll just put Tony. I'll just put Ken.
Are you kidding me? When fucking Mars shits on Drew and shit, how can you not include Drew on that wheel? That's insulting. I hope Drew's here to witness this insult, because this is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. And this comes from somebody who's insulted Drew straight to his face. So come on.
And Casey. All right. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm looking for on-air talent. I'm looking for callers. I'm looking for people in the community that that are more that just give you something to work with. Because it's hard for me to roast people to work with. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the hardest one to do is gonna probably be Drew. If it lands on Drew, like I kid you not. Like it is.
Well, that's unfortunate, my friend, because I don't think it'd be very difficult at all. You have a lot to choose from when it comes to Drew. So, but hey, I mean, I guess I'm in the academy program and you're in the regular program. Let's continue.
Yeah, it is hard. Like Drew will be the hardest one. I don't know. Who do you guys think would be the easiest one for me on here?
Come on, that's again, Drew would not be difficult at all. It's not saying that I would be difficult either, but come on, man. Fucking Drew? Come on, man. He whispers his promos.
I'm not putting Mars. Mars isn't around. He's my best friend. I'm not gonna roast anything about my best friend.
He's my best friend. You guys should do a video. I'm surprised you never did that. Like, you guys could have recorded each other on, like, you know, with a green screen or something with Skype, and then, like, be in a car and you're just like, you know, people, let me tell you about my best friend. And, like, you know, you're driving around or, you know, doing coke and fucking whores and all that sort of thing that you used to do in Vegas. I mean, why haven't we not seen a movie like that? Come on, Nikki. Let's continue. Come on. Continue.
Keith's on there,
God damn it. More dead air than fucking Wire show.
I think. Yeah, I know. I'm terrified of Dave. I was seeing a lot of that, and it is an interesting concept. That
It truly is. I've often had quite the chuckle when it comes to the subject, because it seems to be somewhat like Schrodinger's cat. It exists and yet doesn't at all the same time. Convenient. Yes, convenient for those that wish to make it about themselves. But let's continue to listen to your fourth drama emperor.
Why aren't Keith and Ron? They're both rock. It is an interesting concept that gets put around because everyone like thinks I'm supposed to like rip Dave to shreds and stuff like that. And here's the thing: Keith is probably
Not just think, they are demanding it. And I can assure you of that.
the easiest. Yeah. Here's the thing with that. Even if I did rip him to shreds, like because C-Man and Travis have been going at Dave pretty hard, right?
Oh, this is, I think, if this is the part that I'm remembering, it's fucking just gold.
What's up, Blake? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. And the thing with Dave, here's like the big difference between like other members of this community and Dave. Dave does not give a shit what anyone says about him. Okay? Like I can point blank tell Dave everything about him, everything he's doing wrong, and he would not fucking care. He's like me in that sense. You know, and Dave has never honestly stepped over the line with me to the point where he's like, Nikki, I'm going to put out X, Y, Z about you.
That's right. Let's hear that
never
again.
honestly stepped. Dave, here's like the big rip him to shreds. And here's the thing. Keith is probably the easiest, yeah. Here's the thing with that. Even if I did rip him to shreds, like because C-Man and Travis have been going at Dave pretty hard, right? What's up, Blake? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. And the thing with Dave, here's like the big difference between like other members of this community and Dave. Dave does not give a shit.
That's right. Nikki hit the nail on the head right there. Apparently, some people who, pursued degrees in psychology and stuff, who claim to be so intelligent, just couldn't fucking get it. And yet, Nikki, boom, hits it right out of the park right there. Let's continue.
What anyone says about him. Okay? Like I could.
And you would think, well, again, young whippersnappers say, oh, I've been only around a year. I don't have to do research. I don't have to know what kind of person I'm dealing with when it comes to Dave Rose. Big disadvantage when it comes to thinking strategically. But if you'd look into the background, you'd understand this. It's been consistent all the way through. I've never given a flying fuck. And I've gone away and come back. And people have said shit. People have said shit that have taken me back. You kids have to really grow the fuck up. Let's continue.
Point blank tell Dave everything about him, everything he's doing wrong. And
shout out to Burr2393. I hope the kiddo is doing well. Let's continue. A lot of happy daddies in the community. And I salute every single one of you. Actually, don't forget about this. It is this Sunday. I believe it's this Sunday, is Father's Day. So, if you have a father, do what you can to, recognize that. If you are a father, remind your spouse that they should be giving you a day off, just like you gave them with Mother's Day, and that you should be catered to, and it must include at least one blowjob, if not multiple. Breakfast in bed, steaks, whatever it is. But if you're a dad, well, then this Sunday belongs to you. And I salute every single one of you. Let's continue.
He would not fucking care. He's like me in that sense. And Dave has never honestly stepped over line with me to the point where he's like, Nikki, I'm going to put out XYZ about you. I was actually thinking about it today. I don't know how much you guys have played. I haven't really played much in the way of D&D, but it made me think about. I played the video games a lot, like Baldur's Gate and whatnot. I don't think so, Travis, because here's why. Because why would he continue?
Okay, so hold on. The reason he's responding, and this is why I wanted to get to this, because there was just so much great stuff in the chat. So, Nikki just said basically that Dave Rose doesn't care, right? He doesn't give a fuck about what people say, blah, blah, blah. So you got Travis in the chat says, I think deep down he does, but who knows? And Nikki's now responding, no, Nikki, no, Travis. I deal with this guy personally, privately. I know that he's not that type of guy. I also said that publicly, that I really couldn't give a flying fuck about this. And more importantly is that if I'm able to trigger people by literally doing nothing, is that not basically an example, excuse me, of not giving a fuck? And knowing that it affects others? That's the best part of it. There's a payback, well, not a payback, but a pay-in sort of thing. Look, I dismiss your pathetic attempts to attack me, and it makes you mad. It's win-win for me. You kids aren't really getting it now, are you? I know that I'm over the hill. I'm 42 years old. But you kids aren't really getting it. I don't give a fuck. Nikki's just fucking hitting the nail on the head here, just trying to remind people. It's like, look, when you get to a certain age, you couldn't give a flying fuck about the opinion of children, because their actions speak out and show that they are children, mentally or physically, but usually mentally. But they're not heeding the word of the fourth trauma emperor, and that is a very concerning thing. Each, edict that your fourth drama emperor states is not only based on wisdom and knowledge, but experience. And again, he is also an expert hemmer. So, I don't suggest you fuck with them. Let's continue.
You need to say and do whatever if he really cared what anyone thought here, about him in a disparaging way. Because I have to associate that with me because
Wesley, back to normal speed. Engage.
I don't give a shit what anyone says about me here in a disparaging way. So it's why would he? And I'm always baffled that people.
Sorry, Nikki, that's way too mature. Way too mature for Travis and Seaman. So you have to act emotionally against me. You have to make a video where you're crying and say, leave Travis alone or something like that. Like the Britney, leave Britney alone. Something like that. They're expecting you to be emotional. You have to be very against me in that manner and go over the top, I guess. But let's continue.
Care that what people say on here. It bewilders me. It's dude, it's the fucking internet.
What is this? We have Tiff revealing one of my secrets? She says in the chat, this could be why you look younger for your age, Dave. It's because you don't stress over things. I will neither confirm nor deny that statement. I will state that I do believe that my genetics also add to that. Although, again, that's not a confirmation or denial of the previous statement. But something to think about, people. Something to think about. I'm 42 years old, and I still get carded sometimes when I go to a new town and I decide to buy some alcohol. That should tell you something. And to be honest, and it is stupid for me to smoke cigarettes, okay? Just unfortunately, that's just the way it is right now. And yet we know that people that smoke cigarettes age dramatically. Why has that not affected me? Why don't I look like, and we've seen this with other people. Some people, they're 40 years old. They look 70, 80 years old. Their skin's all wrinkly. And clearly the smoking did have an effect, but lifestyle did as well. But, I don't think it's just one day going to just flip and I'm just instantly going to look fucking like an old decrepit fuck. But Tiff does make a good point. And I think that might be a little food for thought for you. I do appreciate the little brevity here, Tiff. And yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say the other thing because they don't need any recognition for what they've said towards you. So let's continue.
Fuck, where was it going with that? I completely.
Shout out to Latino Heat in the chat. And he says, I still say Dave is a vampire. If anything, I can go out in the sun and stuff. I love garlic. But if anything, I would be, I guess, an immortal. Like the ones that you see in the Highlander series and shit. So really the only way to kill me would be to decapitate me. But other than that, I can get shot, stabbed, and drowned. And I'm just going to come back and there could be only one. So let's continue.
Lost my train of thought. But either way, no, if it lands on Dave, you will all get exactly what you want.
Excellent point, Nikki. My Vader. My apprentice. That is correct. It would be exactly what they would like to see. They want to see you strike me down. Huh? And it's quite comical. But let's continue.
Yeah, it's a hem wheel. JDS, it's a hem wheel.
I like the wheel
because
of woe.
It's like,
again.
I'm bored. I haven't really roasted anyone. And maybe it should be more looked at as like a community roast. So I don't know if I'm doing it tonight or may or may not. It might be whatever I stream after this. It depends on my time and whatnot, and when Little Man's up and stuff. And like I wanna I wanna get back to the community because like I don't have like any personal. I'm saying personal. Like in the sense of like they're threatening me beef with anyone on here. So like for me just to come out and just start shitting on people randomly is not really what I even feel like doing right now. Especially because there's no reason for me to. Like nobody's come out. Like if somebody wants to come out, and I mean somebody that's like not worth talking about, but still around. Like not people sitting behind the scenes and like. Trolling on fucking shit or saying shit and changing their channel name a million times. I don't care about that, I want...
I can't hold myself back. I put a little poll out there. And I'm just having some fun. But I just thought, what would the audience think it should be called? Just have some fun. Let's just have some fun. Let's continue.
Somebody to straight come up to me and throw down the gauntlet and say, fuck you, this is what I don't like about you, XYZ, and then it gives me something. So, I mean, maybe this will cause it. Like, you don't understand what this fucking wheel will do.
Oh, but the potential is unlimited. I would love that.
You don't understand this wheel.
Again, and yeah, some people are saying it's like this is close to like roasting and stuff. If you want to roast, you really need to have the people there and do it the proper way. You have a dais. They address that person, and then that person can then address every single one at the end. That would be appropriate. But this the wheel thing does in fact work because it's sort of different from a typical roast. I do want to go back to the chat here from here. Okay, hold on. Let me just again. I have no problems sharing this. I don't delete my videos. Some people will get them flagged. That's typical. A lot of Canadian on Canadian crime. But yeah, so let's go here. Where was it? Skibbity-bop-da-da. All right, so C-Man now is addressing about how I don't care. Well, from what Nikki said, that I don't care. He says, I think he doesn't care in the sense that he will do whatever he feels like no matter who gets harmed, so no words get through, if that makes sense. But let's just examine this again. If he doesn't, I think he doesn't care in the sense that. What do you mean in the sense that? Either I care or I don't care. So which one is it? I think it's more along the lines of what Nikki said. Is I don't care. So you can't say, oh, I think he cares. Really? What is added to this other than me, basically making videos of you, laughing at you, not watching your videos, not addressing what you say because it's truly irrelevant. And yet you guys are still hard up on this whole thing. So, yeah. And then we have Travis here. By the way, he changed his name so that he wouldn't be easily identified and nobody could just start to respond to him in chats. Narcissism is a tough thing to navigate. Excuse me. You tell me there, Travis. You tell me. Because your ego and what we heard the other night, which I may have to play, you got a little bit riled up. A little bit riled up on that whole thing. And that can only be explained through narcissism and ego. So, let's continue.
Right here might cause massive rifts. Although, let me think. I just did that roll and it... Wait, did that land a Vikings fan? I thought it was on maybe the wheel. Maybe because I changed the wheel size. Yeah, those letters are real far apart. That's okay, though. I thought it was on SCRP. Let me see this again.
Hold on. I always like to address comments made in the chat by those that don't get uppity. We got Leaping Lizard. He says, anyone else notice that C-Man and Travis both have their comments turned off and no chat replay? I wonder what they are hiding. Just saying. That's actually a very good point. And in fact, I'm going to be getting to this, but was it Spartan King of Texas, who's been very verbal against me in the past, disagreed with me. I gave him a wrench, and even I don't know how it got fucking removed, but I gave him a wrench, and I had no problems with the guy. Well, I wouldn't say no problems. I disagreed with him, but I respected him. I respected the fact that he was blunt and that he was honest and even would accept the fact that I wouldn't accept whatever he would tell me, But regardless, let's get back to this here. We got a lot of activity. This chat went nuts. I really do recommend you guys check this out because it was a good stream. To me, it was enjoyable just to listen to people just whine and see the chat. The chat to me was fucking spectacular. You have Travis on there. I don't believe he calls in, but you have Travis on there just fucking raging and shit. And to me, that just gives me great, great pleasure because it just proves me correct. Now they could say, oh, well, we're proven correct. Really? Really? It doesn't seem that way to me, especially since you don't seem to understand logic, but okay. Let's continue. Oh, did I show this? I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay, so there you go. Narcissism is a tough thing to navigate. Oh, oh, oh. My heart, my heart. Oh, what can I do? Oh, shout out to Will Tactics in the chat. Says, what should in it be called? You and your verbal limericks. Very difficult to follow. All right, let's keep going.
Well, I mean, okay. It's not, and maybe that's
Listen how much Nikki gives a shit. I think he has 0 fucks to give. In fact, he's got a deficit of fucks. He's like at negative 100 fucks. So there's no way that he can give any more fucks. It's impossible. Unless he gets a fuck loan or something, you know?
that's the problem with that. See, man, to me, you are not very. You know what's funny about that is I have my whole life, even back when I used to be beautiful, like 10, 20 years ago. Like Mars's old man always used to tell me that I look like the Big Show. Oh no, I don't take it as insult. Like, look how I look. All right, so Atlanta Vikings fan.
It's
All right, so how about I spin this a few times and I'll give you like a little sample, like a little quick sample of, who will get what, So like this landed on Vikings fan. Like Vikings fan is the reason I fucking. I'm afraid.
Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Skype line's open. I know it's early. Obviously, we can go all night long. But you know what? I like to throw a little chaos into things. So, if anyone wants to call in randomly, go ahead and we can talk. Let's continue.
Afraid being a father.
In fact, maybe I'm gonna see if Tommy NC is available. Maybe I'll just hijack him just to fuck around and find out. Right? What's Tommy gonna do? Come on. Is he even on? No, I'll get him later. Don't you worry.
Pray to fucking Christ, my son does not turn out like fucking Vikings fan. Like, if my son turns out like Vikings fan, I'm the worst father in the world. Like, I would love to meet your fucking father, Vikings, just so I could fucking smack him for raising you. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
All right, poll is ended. Obviously, we could have left it on for a while, but it looks like the Wheel of Woe, my suggestion, great name, by the way. I'll be honest, I did steal that from the first Conan, the Barbarian movie, where you had the Tree of Woe, where Conan was crucified on by Thulsa Doom. But yes, obviously I'm a great wordsmith, and my words are truly great. But I was kind of hoping for Seaman Travis 69. That doesn't only just sound like a wrestling move, but it sounds like a very homosexual wrestling move. So, hey, you guys voted. You guys won. But, you guys know what I would have voted if that was the case. Let's continue.
Vikings, is your father alive or dead?
And speaking
like,
of...
legitimately.
Nikki, shut up. Just for a second, please. I believe that Nikki Nine's Streamlabs donation link is like standing 69 or something like that. So, there you go. The more you know.
Be alive or dead? I want to know. Please tell me.
I appreciate the Michelin star chef in the chat, the one and only Gabe Rodriguez, who says, "Hey Dave, how are you? By the way, you look young and like a mobster. LOL, aka Sopranos." Well, I've got custom suits, nicely cut, and I like to keep my hair these days, stylish. So I'm sure that I could substitute as either a member of the mob or, a Men in Black. You never know. Let's continue.
Well, lucky him, okay? That's all.
God damn it. These fucking dead air, Nikki. Come on, man. You got to do something about this.
like I say about that. He doesn't have to deal with your shitty ass anymore. All right, so that's like a taste of kind of what it's going to be like, you know. Depending on the person it fucking lands on, you know, it'll go here or there, you know. And by the way, sorry Vikings about your father. I'm just, you know, for the wheel, you know, I apologize. But see, Travis, that's the point of the wheel. It is to.
But you know, and I can't do the Chinese fucking impression. You guys know this, but that's the whole fucking point. Well, you can blame me or you can blame the weed. Shut the fuck up. But that's the whole point of rubbing the salt in the wound, isn't it? There. God damn it. Like, Dave's not thinking straight today. I'm getting a little too distracted with the chat. But, yeah. Let's make fun of Travis. How about that? Oh, Rick James. There we go. Rick James.
Drink up. Be merry. Welcome to the China Club.
So, Travis, if you're feeling angry, I would suggest that you contact Dave Chappelle directly, Mr. David Chappelle, and you tell him, bad black man, for making fun of an Asian woman when, in fact, you actually ended up marrying one yourself and you have mixed kids. But yeah, Travis, go ahead. It's okay. I give you permission, but go ahead and go talk to Dave Chappelle. I'm sure that he will have an open ear to everything that you have to say. Let's continue.
It is to say shit that is just out there. It is to go at somebody, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fucking hilarious. You know, for me, it's not going to be fun for who it lands on.
Wait. See, man, no pussy's allowed. Then why the fuck are you here? Well, I wish this was you and Filthy both roasting.
Nah, Vikings. Yeah, no pussies allowed. See, the Cronin one's hard to fucking roast on there because I don't even like Cronin on there because I used all my best insults on him like years ago.
Just repeat them. Just reuse them, man. It's not difficult. He keeps doing the same thing.
The problem with Filthy roasting is fucking Filthy doesn't really pay much. Like, he knows who some of the people are in the community, but he doesn't pay a lot of attention. You know, like he knows the main ones, but and this is kind of what I wanted to do before when I was talking about no hard feelings. Like, I wanted to stick the
Also, donation lines are open, so all the haters, send me your hate, and all those cool people, send me your money. How about that?
Did I get bit by a fucking mosquito?
You and the fucking mosquitoes, Nikki. Come on, man. It's fucking Canada. I don't care if you fucking grew up in Arizona or Nevada.
I wanted to do the Mellow. Mellow's too hard for me to work with on that one because, like, I don't like Mellow. It's like, yeah, it's too hard.
Oh, he's very easy to fucking roast. Come on, Cam. Come on.
For me to like, I mean, like the most I could come up with is you interrupt too much. Like, yeah, I need people that I can actually do stuff about. Yeah, it's like the names in the hat, you know, but we never got back to that, and this will be like names in the hat, and I'll do it. I mean,
come on, Nikki, too much. Wesley,
I
Wesley,
put myself on
wake
there,
up!
And if I roasted myself,
I know this is boring, you Wesley.
Through the
1.5 times speed, engage.
But anyways, okay, no, but yeah, no, we'll play with it a little bit, and we'll play with it a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit tonight. But I did want to come on a little bit. But Wire left abruptly.
Yeah, apparently he made several streams that are now privated. But hey, what's he trying to hide, right?
Yeah, Wire left abruptly, and I don't know, you know, a lot happened. No, as I said, it was a little taste. Vikings got enough. Yeah, but I can't roast them. I like them. You know, like I like them. No, I didn't say squeezing the hog. Although that would be funny to have a wheel, and I feel like Wire would have to do this, right? Like a wheel with like really shitty things he'd have to do. Like Wire get him to do a wheel where it's like Wire like licks a toad, or Wire lets a dog fart in his face. Almost like a really low rent version of Jackass, and we can see what we can make Wire to do. But I don't know if Wire would be that stupid. Like I don't know if Wire craves attention and stuff like that much.
And then you'd have to realize that he does. God damn it, we're 1.5 times speed. Nikki, what are you doing with all this dead air?
What can I do?
Jeez Louise.
Who tweeted out? Bullfrog? I mean, Bullfrog was saying he used to say some really dirty shit.
We're going to have to fast forward some of this stuff.
I mean, as a kid, I don't remember seeing anyone stick vaginas in the floor. I think when I was watching I don't care because I don't know, like a fucking eggplant or pussy, and I was like, oh shit. Like it was, I don't know, something about it, dude. Oh, I know they'll get upset, but it's like, I
Look at that degeneracy there in the chat. If I had a vagina, I'd fuck it, says Travis TLC. That's degenerate and disgusting.
I brought enough order. Bullfrog? No, I can't. Yeah, I can't put. You mean meter? Oh, no, fuck that. That'd be it. Porn by yourself, See, because or I could, stick it in my pussy and then eat it later. Fish sauce, right? Like it's that. Basically, fish sauce is just pussy juice from fucking chicks.
This is hilarious. Travis again with his racist, because he is racist, views that he believes, again, the Han Chinese are the dominant ethnicity in China. China has like 30 different ethnicities that are in there. Some are populous, some aren't. But you have the populous ones now, the Han, who are attempting to force what's the language? Not Cantonese. Mandarin on the entire country. And they want to be the dominant ethnicity of the entire country. So, Han people have dignity. Dude, these people fry dogs who are alive in pots of oil. They skin cats alive without any hesitation. Don't tell me the Han people have dignity.
Sticking things that they're fucking. I don't know, man. I'm sure I could find some dirty hand porn out there. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I probably should have done this a night when Drew wasn't stealing the airwaves, that piece of shit streaming over me. But, no, man, I mean, yesterday was interesting. Oh, well, I'm sure they got dirty ones too. But yesterday was an interesting day. Like, everyone, got a lot out, Like, everyone got a lot out. I felt like there was more.
Sorry, psychologist Nikki, I don't know what you're talking about getting a lot out. I've always been quite honest about my stance.
To the Travis, or I think I'll just call him TLC man, because I consider them kind of the same person right now. I probably should have just put them together on this, like I did with RP and SC. But I feel like there's more meat on the bone with that one, and it was and while you gotta understand, like when I'm actually trying to play neutral, it's a motherfucker. Like I'm trying to set people get some shit
Drink
up
up,
because people
be
at the
merry.
same time, like when I feel like it's
Welcome
a fucking screaming match, but then like
to the Chinatown.
listening
A
to
Chinatown train, a Chinatown something.
I'll argue, but me listening to people argue personally myself, it's just like, oh shit, please, I can't, See, man, I don't even remember your reasonable middle ground. Was it just don't say real life stuff? Was that what it was? I don't know. I feel like...
Here we go. Here we get some good stuff. This is where it starts to heat up. It's a waste of time. This is what C-Man is saying. It's a waste of time. I offered a very reasonable middle ground and got my face pissed in. Won't bother again. No. Let's go actually to my Twitter here, because I made a note of this. So let's hold on. Oh, there we go. So I stopped threatening, and you'll see this in a moment. I stopped threatening use of personal info on people when it's not needed. Or I said stop threatening people. Well, actually begged me. He's like, please stop doing this. Promise me you won't do this. of personal info on people when it's not needed. Pretty reasonable. LMAO. And my response, obviously, is it's afraid. It's afraid. This is, again, the guy that C-Man told me that, he reiterated at the fact that C-Man said that if I was to somehow find his information, that he would leave the community. Now, I gotta say, that's not a bad consolation prize, to be quite honest. But this guy's like, oh, promise me. No, I'm not gonna promise you. You're asking North Korea to give up their nukes? Go fuck yourself. Sorry. You want American imperialism on my peninsula? Nope, not gonna be accepted. So, you wanna keep fucking around? Well, I got the nukes. Leave us alone. We'll leave you alone. But they don't seem to understand that. So, nukes for all. Nukes for all. Let's continue.
Joe's not part of the community. Him being on there is kind of... Because he does his own thing. You know, he doesn't really do anything in the community. He doesn't really partake about this. But I want to be fair because I have Ken and Dave up there. I mean, I have pretty much everyone I can think of. See, but is Dave Rose racist? Or does he just say...
There we go. Yes, there we go. We're getting into some good stuff. Good stuff. And to be quite honest, I'll be honest. I've given you guys hundreds of hours of fucking enjoyable entertainment. But also just proving myself correct. But more importantly, proving other people wrong. There's no reason why you should be demanding that I do more. Or demanding that I... do a daily stream or some other shit like that. It's ridiculous. You like what what you're watching? Instead of demanding things, why don't you pay for shit? Because it's a free fucking show, as Drew says. Okay? And, again, people can say, I'm begging. Okay, you can say whatever you want. People are still going to tune into me, even if I'm not fucking begging, even if I'm not fucking asking for money, and even if I'm not fucking getting donations. I still keep doing the fucking stream. And I keep embarrassing people. And that, in itself, is sort of payment on its own. Certainly. I certainly take pleasure in ridiculing retards. I will never deny that, and I never have. So, you know what? You want to demand things, pay to play. But if you're hating the show because I'm showing truth, well then, that's payment on its own. Hate watches. Hate. Let's continue.
racial things that he knows upset you. Because if you look at that thing...
Sorry, I forgot to mention what I was initially going to discuss, which was Travis here saying, same here. There's no getting through to a narcissistic racist, which is what Nikki was referring to. So, first of all, he thinks I'm narcissistic. Okay, your psychology, and we're going to see this later on with Spartan King, who just fucking calls them out on their stupidity. But, well, at least we should. We could go for hours, you guys know that. But then again, Raw is on tonight, WWE, and who the fuck wants to see that shit? So perhaps I shall continue. But, yes, he's saying narcissistic, which him and C-Man seem to think I am. And then racist. Okay, if you want to call me a racist, if it makes you feel better, that's fine by me. Also, eventually, later on, the goon says, I've experienced this Argentinian racism for quite some time, blah, blah, blah. You'll see. Shout out to the 50 viewers. Most of them hate watchers because we only have 7 likes. So that really goes to show... Oh, 51. Look at that. But that really just goes to show that apparently you're interested in what I have to say, but you just don't like what I'm saying. So, who's got control over who? Thank you very much for tuning in, and let's continue. 52? 52? No, that's just too many. Too many viewers. Just leave. Some of you leave. It's just too much. Let's continue.
But he was saying that shit because he knew how pissed you were getting off. Like, repeatedly, that's why he's saying it.
Bingo. let's rewind so that we can hear again what the great fourth drama emperor has to say.
Didn't really partake about this, but I want to be fair because I have Ken and Dave up there. I mean, I have pretty much everyone I can think of. See, but is Dave Rose racist? Or does he just say racial things that he knows upset you? Because if you look at that thing, Travis, he was saying that shit because he knew how pissed you were getting off. Like, repeatedly, that's why he's saying it. If you didn't get pissed, he wouldn't... Yeah, but see, man, he ultimately agreed to that, I thought. Like, he agreed that he wasn't going to do anything with anyone's real-life shit anymore. Or, like, he wasn't...
No, and he did... C-Man did clarify, but no, I said no, I would not. So just a little clarification for Nikki, but no, I'm not going to surrender my nuclear weapons, okay? Simple as that. Just like North Korea. Don't bother to ask me to do that. Not going to happen.
Isn't even going to threaten it. I think he agreed to that. I could be wrong, and I would have to ask him. But I thought I heard him agree to that. But he might come out and say, no, he didn't agree to it. But I'm pretty sure I heard him agree to that.
Here's a great one. If you said that to my face in person, they would end up in hospital. Travis, you're a fucking pussy. Okay? It's as simple as that. You live a fantasy. Kung Fu. Sifu. MI6 spy. You went immediately to your boss after I asked you what your company would think. Not I said I'm going to dox you, blah, blah. I asked you, oh, there's this Canadian in Canada, and obviously, who's saying these things and stuff. I never went to anybody that I worked with to tell them that. So clearly, you're the one who's scared. It's quite clear. So this attitude that, again, you're the second-rate Steven Seagal. You can wear a fucking Chinese, well, they're not called gi in, Chinese. I don't know what they're called, but, the very nice Kung Fu uniforms. But who do you expect to fucking intimidate? And again, so you would say you would send somebody to a hospital for doing something that was totally legal. So you are basically stupid enough to actually commit a crime. Is that what you're admitting with this statement here? With this statement right here? Because anybody that shows that sort of proclivity, anybody that might encounter them after stating such a fact, would already be prepared, understanding that they would be violent, and instead of wasting time trying to defend themselves, with just simple, martial arts, they just pull out a gun and shoot them. Is that so difficult to understand? So, again, and you hear this from when he called into Nikki's show, when he was just so pissed off at me. He feels defenseless. He's very aggravated that he can't do a goddamn thing, and he feels powerless. And it's obviously quite clear. But it is what it is, and this is just another clear indicator of said fact. Let us, you got it, people, continue.
Okay, so he just agreed he wasn't going to dox you guys. Okay. Leo Cronin, Justin Bailey.
Oh, and doing that tactic is not a logical or reasonable way to approach any situation. If you know that you can manipulate your opponent using simple things like emotion, which, by the way, I've been doing for how long now? It serves as an advantage to be able to easily manipulate people, control them, and have them telegraph their own actions. So when they try something, you're already aware of what they're going to do. Such ignorance, such stupidity really falls upon those that are inexperienced. And that's not necessarily based on age, okay? Somebody criticized, I think it was even in this chat, Somebody said, "Oh well, Dave says this about Seaman about being inexperienced, but what about Bullseye?" Well, Bullseye has something that's called on the inner circuits of the internet called weaponized autism. Okay, the guy sees through bullshit instantly, so he'll be basically say, "Well, hold on a second here. This doesn't make much sense." Like, and then people will attempt to use emotional arguments against him, and it just like it flies right over his head. He just doesn't care. He just fucking goes right to the point. Bullsey's, and I don't agree with everything that Bullseye says, and Bullseye, still ignorant, obviously, that's fine. And he disagrees with me publicly, no problem. But Bullsey's much quicker to see through bullshit than many people, especially, Travis and Seaman. And again, could be the weaponized autism, could be something else. But the fact is that he like, you don't seem to understand. He just doesn't, like, somebody might try to attempt to control him emotionally. He's like, I don't understand. So it just goes, it just doesn't touch him. It's like water off the back of a duck. So, I think that he clearly sees this as well. Jukebox Zero in the chat. Let me just pay attention back again to the chat because I know there's been a lot of things going on here. Actually, before that, Costanza says, sorry, but only a liberal shouts the word racist a lot. Well, that's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. We got Jukebox Zero says, that Travis guy sounds like he's mentally unstable, and with those comments, he's emotionally disturbed by what I've said. I wouldn't say unstable. He can carry on a life. He's not getting tased by 6 cops while threatening his neighbors. But, obviously I've triggered something in him, and you obviously are seeing the result. We've got It's Bry Guy in the chat. It says 85% hate watchers. That's right. Shout out to the 85%. Hate watchers. Hate. Let's continue. Well, we got so much more to indulge you in because tonight is an indulgence. Imagine this. Instead of going to your local Baskin Robbins, you're going to a specialized ice cream place, and they're giving you the best. Okay, it's a hot day. You had a great fucking rib dinner. You want to cool down, but you need opulence. You come into Dave's ice cream parlor, and I'm serving you a waffle cone, a large waffle cone. Okay, not a sugar cone, not a small little thing, a waffle cone. Okay, capable of holding at least, I'd say, 20 ounces of liquid, fluid ounces. So you pack that motherfucker with fucking ice cream, and then put a couple of extra scoops on top. Then you coat it with sprinkles, perhaps some chocolate chips, and the drizzle. Now, that's where you get to have the fun. Chocolate drizzle, you got it. Butterscotch, absolutely. Strawberry, for sure. And then a little bit of whipped cream on the top and a cherry just for you. Now, enough ice cream talk. Let's get back to this.
I guess I could add them. They're not really around, so that's why I kind of added them as like... All right. We'll give her a nice pink name.
Let's fast forward a bit because more stuff comes up. Oh, there we go. I didn't come in insulting or being racist to him. You could have, but also, how could you be racist to me? I don't understand. I mean, I'm white or Latino or Hispanic. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. And, apparently my type, the ones that look like me, are the ones that hold power. So, just like these black supremacists say, you can't be racist against white people. How could you be racist to me? I mean, how could that be it? So he says, I don't come in insulting or being racist to him. But he instantly met me with that. From the start, you can't even have a real conversation that'll lead to anything productive. But we did have that in the past now, didn't we, Travis? Of course we did. In fact, I've had that with many other people. But then, when it fits your opportune time, you can say, oh, well, you just can't have a conversation with Dave. It's not like me and Ken have talked after the recent issue that we had. Not like me and Nikki haven't talked, right? No. It can't be that at all. So you can't have a productive conversation with me at all, right? Or maybe is it that you're just wrong? Let's continue.
Garguts, Garguts is another one that I don't pay attention to him.
Don't even add him to the wheel, Nikki. Seriously, just don't. You can add me twice if you want to add Garguts. Just add me twice, okay? Because I'd rather not.
Like I don't know enough about him, like in a capacity, like even with Leia, that would just be more a riff on her, being with Joe and trying to insult that somehow, The only thing she ever said that I was just like, what the fuck? Like she bitched about, Danny, I don't want to put Danny on there. I'm getting along with Danny, and I'm putting people on there that I feel like I could do this about, and they're not gonna fucking, and they can't go to where I might be wrong. Like I might do this as a line or Ken will never talk to me again. Who fucking knows? But fuck, Dave might declare a drama war on
me. No.
But no, I don't want to put Danny, because I already said a bunch of shit about Danny, and even that one, there's nothing new to be said about it. Now on this one, there are people. Honestly, to be fair, YR, I've said a shitload of stuff about YR. I guess there's new stuff I can say about him, but there's a lot of people on here that I have not really said much about.
Again, my drama war was always waged against multiple individuals. If I'm going to do one show, you got it. Just like I did with Scott. I did Power Trip. That was dedicated exactly to him and only to him. Nobody else was mentioned on that show but him. So, yeah, I'd make a show called, well, I don't even know. Nikki somethings or, that's what I would do. But no. Let's continue.
So I feel like that's what adds.
Oh, shout out to Leaping Lizard in the chat. It says, Travis, whose claim to fame was doing videos with a bad impersonation of Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit. That's the same guy. That's right. Who apparently said that he did these videos because he liked other people. So, makes me question, well, if you like me so much, why are you saying that my uncle raped me? That doesn't really compute, but then again, I'm an emotionless robot, so what would I know? Let's continue.
Adds to the enticing fact of it. Yeah, but Travis, did you really think you were going to be able to have a real conversation with Dave?
Of course you can, when you're respectful. And then he says, if not tolerant, and they start to shit on Nikki Nines, which is hilarious, because they're like, oh, you let this racist on, blah, blah. And Nikki's not having he's not accepting it. But Travis says, if not tolerating racism based solely on my wife's ethnicity, well, then wouldn't you just say her race? Because, again, ethnicity could be, okay, well, East Asia, as we know, has multiple ethnicities. You've got the Han, for example, which is what Travis was talking about earlier. You've got Tibetans. You've got Mongolians. So you've got a lot of East Asians, okay? A lot of different ethnicities. And no, they don't all look the same. To me, they're fairly easy to identify. But it's like saying, well, everyone in South America looks the same and acts the same, talks the same, and is the same. It's like, no, an Argentinian can easily identify a Chilean. A Brazilian can easily identify a fucking Peruvian. All right. The fact that I even have to explain this Makes me think I should be a teacher, but I certainly wouldn't be because, god damn it, you guys know the state of schools these days, man. I would never fucking be part of that fucking indoctrination factory. But, god damn it, I saw that shit when I was in school. So, okay, so if not tolerating racism, okay, so apparently Nikki is also tolerating racism. Nikki, bad man Nikki, tolerating racism. And again, ignoring the differences between race and ethnicity. Again, very stupid of somebody who claims to be so smart. And he's like, getting under my skin, I guess I'm the crazy one. Well, I guess you are then, because I'm clearly getting on your skin. And he says, I didn't come at him like that. I don't know why he gets the pass for it. There we go. Now we're going to start to see a lot of that. Him and Travis him and C-Man are both now going to start to state, oh, Nikki's just giving Dave Rose a free pass every time, blah, 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 this and that. Which is stupid and wrong, but it's funny to see them say that. But let's continue. Actually, Jukebox Zero says, defending the Chinese after what happened with COVID. Wow, that's sad, Mr. TLC. Well, he actually did. In fact, when we had obviously a lot of evidence that there was some sort of related pandemic in China where people were dropping dead and people were just walking over their bodies and stuff. I showed it to Travis. He's like, oh, it's fake and stuff. It's fake. It's like, but hold on. This is literally from China. How can you say it's fake? What do you expect them to be doing? Are they trying to subvert the world? No answer.
If I'm not tolerating racism, but I think that's the thing. One of those things you need to let that roll off your chest, because I've had people on here say hella shit about my wife. I mean,
Wesley, slow it down to normal speed. Engage. I said engage, you fucking pussy.
there was one stream where I think it was Simo. He's like, "Oh, Nikki's wife's a stupid Asian whore," something along those lines. Like it doesn't bother me because it's like you don't know my wife, and just like Dave doesn't know anything about your wife, and he doesn't, like, other than what you presented online, he doesn't know anything about you as a person. Like, he doesn't know anything. I mean, outside of the the job thing, he doesn't know like your everyday life. He doesn't know how you interact with people. He doesn't know stuff like that.
Too logical, Nikki. Too logical. These people are too triggered to even see the truth. But let's continue.
He doesn't know anything about your marriage, like the ins and outs of it, because you haven't broadcast it all across the screen.
Then he says, I just don't get why he gets a pass for it. Again, that's a little bit of a resentment feeling there towards your fourth drama emperor. Please show some fucking respect. And he says, if the goal was to try and fix things or come to a middle ground. I think he's going to say
So it's
something
like,
after that, but
why he gets a pass for it? Why he gets a pass for racism? Because I don't think he's...
Tiff, bad Tiff, okay? Bad Tiff. You are a Christian now, and you understand, okay, Tiff? You understand that homosexuality and even the promotion of homosexuality is immoral and a sin, okay? You know certainly that I do not ascribe to such lifestyle choices, and even such a suggestion, even in jest, should make you, you know what? Because I am, after all, a saint and a verified pastor, to be honest. I'm going to have to say 40 Hail Marys for you, Triff. You're good. Not Triff. Sorry, Tiff. But, yeah, that was very inappropriate. And I expect you to record yourself doing those Hail Marys. And you can send that to me, and we can have virtual confession. And, you can apologize for your discretions. Let's continue. Oh, she's in the chat. Well, I expect those, again, you can send that in video form to my email, to my Twitter, to my Instagram. Perfectly fine. But yes, 40 Hail Marys on video, because clearly a very disrespectful thing to say. In fact, again, I'm just going straight to sin. It is a sin. Absolute sin. I'm very sorry. But, I'm just trying to save your soul. Now, let's continue.
He's really racist. I think he says shit to piss people off.
Shh! God damn it, Nikki's fucking revealing all my secrets. It's like fucking Chris Angel having somebody write a book about all the fucking tricks that he fucking pulls. Or who's that other fucking freakish guy? He was in Ice for a while. He looks half dead. I can't remember. And he's very swarmy and greasy looking. You guys know. I'm sure somebody will tell me who that person I'm thinking about is, but he's done a bunch of magic tricks, and I'm using air quotes here because we all know they fake it. But let's continue.
Like if he came out and said something along the lines, I think all Chinese people should fucking die and they're all fucking scum and shit like that. Okay, that's one thing.
An interesting prospect. I've never considered such a thing, Nikki. And now I must ask, was that said in jest? Was that said... oh, sorry. Apparently, people... Seaman, I think he says it later when he calls in, doesn't know when I'm speaking the truth. So when I'm speaking in the drama emperor voice. So I'm going to do this. Let's rewind. I'm going to prep this up here.
Racism. Because I don't think he's really racist.
Thank you. David Blaine, says Tiff in the chat.
I think he says shit to piss people off.
Oh, could it be possible that it could or could not be true? Who knows? Who knows who Dave hates or loves? Who knows what race he wishes to subjugate? You never know. And great prospect about nuking all of... Well, I don't think you suggested nuking. I think you said killing, but... Again, I do think about economic prospects and, utilizing the stockpile, which eventually will need to be retired, makes sense to me. So perhaps utilizing the aging nuclear weapons in the U.S. arsenal would be appropriate to eliminate the people that China has tried to eliminate literally for the last 50 years with their economic and environmental policies. We'd be doing China a favor, and therefore they'd have to pay us again. Oh. Spicy enough for you? I hope so, because the heat shall continue to be raised. Yes. Give in to the hate. Give in to the hate.
Like if he came out and said something along the lines, I think all Chinese people should fucking die and they're all fucking scum and shit like that. Okay, that's one thing. But him...
Hold on, there he says, so Seaman says, yes, but you can even mention that he takes care of a family member without it being a problem, so a bit hypocritical for him to that route. No, that's totally illogical. It's the fact that you and Travis are just so lacking in logical understanding. It's incredible. I could teach a fucking course on this shit. I should have a fucking TED Talk. And in fact, I was actually, to be honest, I've been thinking for years to actually do a video talking about fucking logic, talking about logical fallacies, how you speak, a discussion, what's presented, how you respond, for quite some time. Because people like this, and I use the term lightly, people, could certainly benefit from it. Because it's frustrating, obviously, because it's so pathetically easy. Now, just because you want to say, oh, Dave Rose isn't the smartest man in the community, doesn't mean it's not correct. And if these things are easier for me and are difficult for these people, well, I guess I'm proving myself correct. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fucking be ashamed about my intelligence. Nobody should be ashamed about their accomplishments or their abilities. And you're certainly not going to make me feel that way. So you got to understand that. But you certainly, both of you, need a lesson in logic because you are lacking severely in it. And that really makes me fear for the subsequent generations that will be coming into maturity soon. But that'll be another video altogether.
Saying ching chong chong, it's childish.
Childish, Nikki, childish. It's
Drink up, be merry. Welcome for the China Club. A tongue train, a tongue train.
That's right. I'm gonna start a new stream called China Club. And if I was so racist, why would I love Japanese women so much? Korean women, okay. Maybe a little. They're very, very pretentious, very uppity. Japanese women, beautiful. Vietnamese, Thai, oh yeah. And, well, the Filipino women, they're very, very, what's the word? Caring. They will, well, serving as well. They will serve your needs. They understand who is boss. And, yeah, they've got attitude because obviously they've got, in the Philippines and stuff, they've got Spanish blood. And Spanish blood always heats you up, baby. But good women. They respect their husbands. But let's continue.
Maybe, yeah, but that's the point. Nobody would say anything to anyone's face here.
That is incorrect. I know that Nikki has said this multiple times. I disagree, and I would be as unrepentant as I am here online as I would be in person. Somebody wants to try to fucking hit me and try to start a physical interaction, well, I guess I'm going to have to deal with it at that point. It's not like I haven't done that before. But, I mean, if you're dumb enough to actually think that getting, emotional and then taking physical action against someone is somehow going to protect you from the law, have at her. What do you want me to say? I mean, it's the same thing that Nikki was saying. You can't convince Dave to not do what Dave is going to do. So, you know what? I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. Do what you're going to fucking want to do. Okay? We'll deal with the repercussions when we get to that point. It's as simple as that. I mean, that's just how life is. What is this whole idea of like, oh, well, people don't want confrontation? Well, are you a pussy? Like, you got enough of that in fucking junior high school? You don't want to deal with that in real life? Really? Let's continue.
Like, nobody would say anything to anyone's fucking face here. I guarantee you, nobody, Dave included.
No, you're wrong, Nikki. You're absolutely fucking wrong.
In this community would ever say shit to my face in those manners. Nobody. I guarantee you that. That's not even...
Well, then you lost the bet, and I'm going to be like fucking Tony. And, well, not Tony, but... well, Tony still owes, what, $300,000 to Ken? But, yeah, you owe me $300,000. Let's just arbitrarily put some random number out there, just copying the whole situation with Ken. So, Nikki owes me $300,000. Thank you. Let's continue.
Even shit talking, that's just a fucking reality. You know? Like, they just wouldn't. Maybe Danny would because he gets wily, but that's...
I've dared people to punch me in the face. They punched me and I seriously didn't feel it. And I was like, did you literally, was that your punch? That was a great fucking event. I'll have to regale you for that story. But, and again, this is not me like, oh, look at me, I'm so tough. It's just like, but no, I disagree with Nikki. Okay, I understand where he's coming from. And he would think that normally most people, but that's again, the thing is that most people in this community, they don't really like confrontation. They don't really like to confront certain things. Well, obviously confrontation. There you go, stupid Dave. But, they'd rather have peace. But there are people in this community. And I mean, like, Danny MD, for example, I have no doubt for a fucking second that he literally will fucking, sucker punch somebody in a fucking bar because the guy, said that Ukraine was better than Russia. So there are people in this community that will act off the cuff. And, for good or bad, you can't necessarily say, I doubt that somebody's going to say that just because they're on the internet. I mean, look at that one guy in Nova Scotia. I would think that he would do many different things. But let's continue. Oh, hold on before we do continue. Shut up, Dave. All right, so we said this one. Okay, we said this one. So C-Man says, Dave's gotten a pass for racism for years. I love this. This is a very, very delicious statement. Dave's gotten a pass for racism for years. It's called multiple black... Sorry, it's... If... Why does he say if? If you called multiple black men the N-word live on air out of anger, there's a problem. Oh, I see what he's saying. He's making a question, but he's not adding a question mark at the end. Very unprofessional. But, no, that would be incorrect. What I do know, just like I've displayed with Travis here, which Nikki was very, obvious and intelligent to call out, which is like, look, Dave's just playing you. He's just trying to get you to he's trying to goad you on, and you're fucking playing right into his hands. Same thing with these black people. But again, these 3 black people, can you name one? There's the, what's his name? The one who just didn't want to listen to reason. Somebody help me out in the chat. TJ. There we go. TJ. He didn't want to listen to reason. Fine. You had Heist ask me to call him that. I'm like, okay, fine. That's what he was asking everyone to do. Maybe there's more that I'm not thinking of. There's the time where, what was it? Filthy said, oh, well, I heard you say this one where I think it was about this TJ guy. But he's like, I heard you say the N-word. Like, would you be, I don't know if it was like, would you be willing to say it again? Or like, I bet you won't say it again. And I literally said like, I said it like 5-6 times. In a row. And I'm sure there was many more times. Again, are you guys really gonna like die on that hill? There's so much more that you could attack me on, and you're gonna die on that hill? When you got black people tell me, yeah, Dave's not racist, I like the guy, he can say the word as much as he wants, and I personally don't give a shit, because clearly you're wrong. So you're gonna attack those guys being Uncle Toms? Because that's happened in the past. Black people supporting me, and then, oh, well, they're Uncle Toms just because Dave Rose said the N-word, and these people were fine with it. We all remember that. Again, real talk, the metaphor Messiah, who never fucking wanted to be enemies with anybody. And yet, he was forced to fucking take a strong stance to defend himself, and yet he still got called an Uncle Tom. Fucking disgusting. Let's continue. Shout out to Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. Miss you.
That's the extent of it. Yeah, but he got shit for that, and he said it for whatever reason. Like, I wasn't really around with him then. That was between him and them. So I can't. That's beyond me. I grew up hearing that word. Okay, like I grew up hearing that word, like with the hard R and the A.
I didn't.
And you would have to talk to Dave about if he meant that in the way of like he's disparaging him about his race, or if he was saying it, because I remember talking to him about it before, and he said, with who?
Apparently he says he just did it on Drew's a few months ago. Okay. And I'm sure that there was a lot of hate behind that, and that's why Drew keeps having me on. So that means that, Drew, if you're listening out there, guilt by association, you clearly are guilty of a high crime, and you, as well as myself, will be on the gallows to be hung in front of the public, because apparently we've committed such a crime, according to C-Man.
Oh, who do you do it on Drew's a few months ago?
Oh, there we go. He also gets a free pass, or gets a pass for collecting people's info, getting to... He means define. He says definitive. definite, but he means define. What fuck around is, and saying or showing private messages. No, I don't. He's criticized me in the past about that. And again, what he tried to explain to your very feeble minds was, I don't give a flying fuck what you say. Okay? I will do what's needed to do. And if that bothers you, well, suck it up, Buttercup. What do you want me to do? Well, I know what you want me to do, to stop, but that's not happening. So, would you like an ice cream instead? Soft serve or fucking gelato? But this whole thing about, oh, he gets a free pass for collecting people's info. Really? That's not the case. People have commented about this or even criticized. People that I actually respect, unlike you. Has that changed anything? And I get to define what fuck around is? No, fuck around is fuck around and find out. Now, again, you shouldn't, in America or in anywhere in the world, need to put up a sign next to a cliff and saying, beware, cliff, you might fall. Okay? So, again, this should be just basic logic there, Travis. Fuck around, you find out. It's as simple as that. You don't understand that? Well, I guess the only way to do so is to fuck around, and then you'll find out. But to not have that comprehension clearly shows that you truly are not as intelligent as you believe yourself to be. And again, I thought Asians were intelligent. And then we've got C-Man who says, oh yeah, let me have a conversation with Dave. Yeah, you'll get emotional, as you normally do. And you will get later on in this video. Nikki, come on, man. I got you on 1.5 times speed. What you doing? Oh, no, normal speed.
Oh, I'm being rhetorical about that one. I don't know who Joshua Hampton is. Who's next to?
He is a faggot who doesn't like me. And he pops up in many different chats. But, yes, I've heard a lot of people using simply my words. And yet, people think that it's justified for them to say, if I find you in real life, I'm going to beat you up. You just proved me correct. But you're a fucking goddamn pussy. And really, the only solution for you would be euthanasia. Just a simple fact. And thankfully, it's legal in most parts of America these days, as well as Canada. So come to Canada, enjoy the beautiful weather and environment, and kill yourself. Let's continue.
To chat trolls? Chat trolls. It's SC and RP and like Tommy and C. If you did that shit, you'd be cast out. No, you wouldn't. Nobody gets cast out of this community.
Oh, yeah, this is a great point that Nikki makes. If I did that shit, I'd be casted out. Well, first of all, Travis, you fucking ChiCom, it's cast out. Okay, there's no casted out. Cast out. Okay, so learn some fucking English, you fucking yellow man. But Nikki's making a great point here. No. There's so many times that people do things that are disagreed upon or that people like them, and they're not cast out. Not casted out, but not cast out. And Nikki even made a great point. Well, not a great point, but he made a point multiple times, and this is like, I don't understand why people keep going back to certain other people, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's now realizing the situation, and he's talking about it. He's saying, no, you don't get cast out here. Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
Community, like this whole cast out thing is fucking is make believe. Who's
Exactly? Nikki has finally gotten it. Nikki finally got it, and in due time, thankfully, because he is now the fourth drama emperor. So this information is very important for him, very pertinent for him to understand. So I'm glad that finally, the Nine God himself is aware of such things. Let's continue.
Been cast out of this community. Like indefinitely, anyways. Who hasn't, like, other than a hiatus and come back, or somebody in this community who's talked to him or dealt with him in some capacity? Who's been cast out of this community? Yeah, but Junebug left out of his own volition. You know, he chose to leave. Like, he didn't,
Oh, there's another great comment. Imagine if I threaten that I will collect everyone's info. You think that would go over well? Travis, don't you seem to understand this because Nikki's explained this already. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay, I don't understand how I can make it more understandable for you. Could be, again, your Asian mind. But, again, what do I fucking care? I've been doing this for years, right? Showing no repentance, right? And continuing on with my actions despite people supposedly saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to finally expose you for the, ultimately I'm going to prove this, I'm going to show that, I'm going to identify you," and I'm still here. So what effort, if not for naught, was it all for? Again, like North Korea, I got my nukes. Don't fuck with me. You want to fuck with me? Well, I'll threaten you. I'll do a fucking missile launch over Japan just to show them I could fucking reach them. I told you. Leave me alone. But you want to keep attempting to push the pariah nation? Okay, well, enjoy the nukes that fall upon your nation.
Like he didn't say anything or do anything wrong. Junebug was a great guy. No, but there would be people that would still deal with you, Travis. Just like there were people that still dealt with Scott when he did it. There's a lot of people that did that shit.
Well, look again. He says that I think that I care about what people think. He's like, people wouldn't be mad at me? LOL. Why are you so concerned of what other people think about you? Is it because you're a fucking ChiCom pussy? Because I think that's what it is. Because after all, you are very Chinese and you try to save face. You've adopted this absolutely inferior, and you should feel ashamed for your race, but inferior attitude of trying to save face. Okay? Okay. So why are you caring about what other people think? If you feel justified in your actions, you would take those actions, would you not? Of course. Of course. For someone who actually doesn't have blue balls. You, however, seem to. But those are just the facts. Let's continue. Shout out to the 48 viewers right now. Many of them hate watchers. I hope you're losing a lot of weight through the hate.
No, I'm not saying people wouldn't be mad at you. I didn't say that, Travis. I said you would not be cast out of this community because there would be people that would still deal with you.
He doesn't get that, Nikki. You're wasting your breath.
Like, you have to know that's true. You have to know that there's people that would still deal.
Oh, with that, so if you're the Nine Gods, respect the Nine Gods, the fourth Drama Emperor, who clearly sees things correctly. If he's saying that he must understand that can only mean that Travis is being disingenuous and attempting to ignore it. Yes, yes. And what does he say now? He says, I guess, LOL, I guess I'm different for not tolerating that behavior whatsoever. Tolerating? You're not a nanny, Travis, okay? So this whole idea of acting like I won't stand for it. Nobody watches your shit anyways. Nobody cares what you have to say. You won't tolerate it? Okay, and how are you stopping it? You're not. So what, you're going to just pull a Scott here and keep making videos that nobody will ever see and then claim some sort of victory? No, my victory alone is that I've triggered you both and that you guys can't do a goddamn thing about it. That Ken still likes me, that Nikki still likes me, that they still interact with me, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. So, truly, you've lost. You might as well accept the L, as the kids say these days, from what I've been told. I don't know the normal vernacular. I don't watch this odd parents fairly whatever shit, I'm not retarded, but you just gotta accept that fact. You lost. But let's continue.
With you regardless of what you said or did, and we have proof in that from plenty of people in this community. It's the internet, dude. He's not a coworker. You don't have to see him every day.
I love this one. There's a large number of people that disapprove. See, this is how you're supposed to speak, Seaman, okay? If you're going to be a drama emperor, at least be a little bit more pompous and homosexual, please. And again, if you don't want to be homosexual, then you're a homophobe. Simple as that. It's Pride Month. How could you not want to fucking be pompous and homosexual in promo for, being a drama emperor, the second drama emperor? So the only thing I can conclude is that you're a homophobe. And I'm going to have to contact whatever fucking organization that protects the gays and shit to report you. I won't dox you, but apparently they will. And that is within their... Well, if you look it up, they've done that to many people. So, anyways, Seaman says, there's a large number... And I guess I might have to explain whether or not that was in jest. Are you that dumb there, Mr. Psychologist? I don't... Well, you did drop out from what I heard, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I do have to explain things now to you because you're apparently not as smart as you claim to be. But let's continue. After all, I am the most intelligent man in the community, and I can see this from a mile away. But Seaman says, there's a large number of people that disapprove of Dave. That's a fact. But refuse to publicly acknowledge it. That's also a fact. It is what it is. It's the nature of criticizing a doxer. Now there, my friend, and you're not my friend, so don't call me buddy guy, but that is libel, because that's been written down, and as such, that's libel. It's as simple as that. Now, if I was to bother even to take you to court, you'd have to prove that, and you wouldn't be able to. And as such, you'd be charged. Now, obviously, I'm not going to waste my time, because you never threatened me or my family. So, I don't have any vested interest. But I certainly know that if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd probably fucking do that just for fucking laughs. Just for fucking laughs. Seriously. You can call that malicious all you want. But it would teach a young whippersnapper that those that are over the hill still have a little oomph left to them. But the fact is, that's an absolute fucking lie. And I can easily prove that. And in fact, I believe when you called into his show, or when Nikki was talking about this, he was demanding, sort of, that people even explain, can you show that Dave has doxed anybody? Nobody could. Nobody. But yeah, that's perfectly fine to say that sort of thing. Right? Let's continue.
Literally don't have to have anything to do with him. You don't have to watch a stream he's on. The only reason he exists whatsoever is because you acknowledge him.
Hey, Joker. Knock, knock. You know that joke? Fuck off, Leahy. There you go. There's your joke. Enjoy.
No, but I've said before, I've criticized Dave on his fucking doxing before. I don't like it. I've said I don't like it. Like, what do you want? Like, I don't sit there and cheer him on. Oh, fuck, get him, Dave. Let's fucking, I've told him I don't like it, and he shouldn't do it. But I want one of you to give me a blatant obvious, other than names, because as I said before, I don't give a fuck about names. Everyone knows my fucking name. Okay, who has he publicly doxed? Whose information has he publicly put on the internet? Please tell me one person when he did that shit with Travis, did he put Travis's entire shit out there? Did he do a stream saying, this is Travis, this is where he lives, this is where he works? SC? But that's not SC's real name, is it? Wait, what name is he? I know he said Michael. I think it was Michael. But I don't think SC's real name's Michael, dude. I don't care about names. You're on the fucking internet. Nobody's anonymous on the fucking internet.
Bry Guy says in the chat, Dave Rhodes versus Seaman and Travistic handicap match at the SummerSlam. I like it. I'll see you at the SummerSlam. We're getting fucking good. I don't know why it's not showing the entire thing. Let me see if maybe I can shrink it. Mini player. No, that's not gonna work. I want to show the. Oh, great, fucking great. Fucking shit's deciding to fuck around. Thank you, YouTube. Let's try again.
If he attempted to blackmail...
Okay, so we got on the chat here. I'm waiting for it to fucking show. Why aren't you fucking showing? Come on.
If he attempted to blackmail you, why didn't you go to the police?
Okay, we got Bird who's calling in. I'm trying to fix the stream. It looks like it's fixed, but regardless, we've got the Birdman.
First of all, can you hear me?
I can hear you beautifully.
Perfect, and I'm driving, so this is actually shocking.
Holy shit, yeah, because usually when you're driving, it's like... So, yes, I do like that you upgraded from your Obama phone to an actual, real phone, but...
I got a sexy fucking Bluetooth headset right now, so...
Oh, well, it's certainly doing the job, man, because it's like you're fucking in a studio.
Yo, Nikki Nines, speaking fucking facts. I fucking love it.
It was a good stream. It was a good stream.
Man, I just got to the part to where I don't know if I'm a couple minutes behind you, but I just got to the part to where where Nick said who has Rose supposedly doxed, and I was like, exactly. I've been saying this for the last month and a half. I said this a couple days ago to fucking Travis, C-Man, YR, SE Steve, all these fucking weirdos, and Nick just proved me right again. He proved you right. He's proved all of us right. Who the fuck has Dave Rose supposedly doxed? I'm still waiting. Like, can anybody in the chat, Claire, answer my question?
No, and they probably can't and won't, but...
Exactly. But, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to put my quick little 2 cents in.
I appreciate
enjoying
it.
the stream. And keep on rolling, buddy.
Appreciate it, Daddy. Keep on keeping on, and love your son. So, and again, happy Father's Day to Bird. Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there. Okay, I know it's not Sunday, but you know what? Let's get it, going. I know it's only Monday, but you know what? It should be a whole week-long celebration, to be quite honest. So keep that in mind. If you have somebody in your life that is in that position, keep that in mind. So, let's get back to this. We got Jacob RP, who says, I was born in New York, you twat, but you're in, what was it, New Jersey, I believe. And still, questionable, because that might be what your ID says, but certainly not what might be the truth. We know how illegals operate. Come on. Then he says, racist twat at that. Against what race, though? So hold on. What is he referring to here? Let's just see this. Let's see how stupid this guy is. So, he says, I'm not Latino. I'm Canadian. So, he views this, I guess, as race. Interesting, because I know a lot of black Canadians. I know a lot of people who are Canadian that are Métis or native of all the different types of tribes, Asians of all sorts, east, southeast, middle, whatever. So you got a lot of different types of Canadians. So he's saying that I'm racist, but is he not discriminating both against me and my race, as well as the race of other Canadians that might not be my race? Oh, Jacob, you make yourself look like such a fool. But, I mean, all you really have to do is just show people the abysmal work that you do on your fucking eyebrows. But, then you prove yourself to be the actual racist here. You prove it. But apparently that's something that you're not willing to address. So keep tweeting me, asshole. I'm sure that I will post it up to just show people how faggotry you are. And let's continue.
I don't think Essie's real name's Michael, dude. I don't care about names.
I find it very questionable that a Latino would be called Michael. It's a very, very improbable thing. So if he claims that he's Michael Fernandez from New Jersey, first of all, good luck finding somebody with such a generic name. And more importantly, it's probably another lie from someone who is a dirty mestizo, which I laid it out from the very fucking beginning. I can identify them because I am not part, but I'm not mestizo. I'm basically Hispanic, but I'm part of the culture. Okay, I understand the games that they play, especially the mutts. Okay, and fucking you're a mutt, greasy illegal. That's what I call you now. We can call you S.E. Steve if you want. We know that's a fucking lie. We can call you Michael Fernandez from New Jersey. That's also a lie. But and again, you actually admitted there, greasy, that you used a fake phone number, and when it was shown on screen, you were freaking out, or not freaking out, but you were like, oh, well, it just justifies my position. But you purposely used a fake number because I guess you expected that you would be understood as a malicious individual, which you seem to always make fun of, but you planned ahead. It's as simple as that. It just takes simple logic. You planned ahead. You knew that you were doing things that would require you to stay protected. So what did you do? Use a fake phone number. Is it so difficult for people to understand this? I mean, I know that people get annoyed at the fact that I keep reminding them that I've been proven correct. But again, I've been proven correct. So this guy had clear contempt and anticipation for the situation. How you can ignore that? Beyond my fucking mind. But it's there in front of you. Let's continue.
You're on the fucking internet. Nobody's anonymous on the fucking internet. Then if he attempted to blackmail you, why didn't you go to the police?
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. So, all right. So, where was it? Yeah, he said, not tolerating behavior, because I'm certainly going to listen to Travis. Then he says, I concede this point. He's easily ignorable. That's true. Talking about me. Well, really, that's why you keep making these videos. So that's why I'm easily ignorable. Sure. I ignored you guys while you desperately tried to get my attention, but I'm easily ignorable. You reveal yourself with every fucking step you take there, Travis. And it's pathetic. It really is. But it just goes to show that I'm correct and that you're a ChiCom. So, again, Essie's name and state and zip code. Oh, my God. Yeah, that I'm sure that Michael Fernandez is such a specific name that somebody will instantly find them. And again, what do they do when they find them? What a pussy. Like, these children. Then he says, he said my last name on air. Okay. And then he says he attempted to blackmail me. Now that is libel right there. That's actual libel. I had an attempt to blackmail this guy in the slightest. And again, you also have to show intent there, ChiCom. So straight out, that would be a lawsuit. So if I won the lottery, we call the Lotto Max up here, is similar to the Powerball. We only can make close to 70 million. You guys get 900 million. But yeah, if I won the lottery, I would fucking sue him for that, because this is clearly false. And it would be for a laugh. It'd be just basically to remind him that he's a piece of shit and a loser and a moron. And he attempted to blackmail me. And yet, Nikki makes a great point. Well, if he attempted actually to commit an illegal crime of blackmail, all you do is contact the cops and it's fucking taken care of. Who's the liar again there, ChiCom? Charlie Chan? Ching Chong Ching? China Club? Because that's fucking pathetic. That's fucking pathetic if you're going to use that excuse. Then he says, what he did to Scott, passing his info out to everyone, was a form of doxing. Travis, an individual like yourself who claims not only to be so intelligent with psychology, but also to know, spycraft, which is, what spies use, to claim yourself so intelligent in operational security, that statement alone shows how stupid you truly are. It does not fit the definition of doxing, you stupid fuck. You weren't in that conversation, so you also didn't get the precursor to what was said there. And I've explained this multiple times. I'm not going through it again. I've got hundreds of hours of this. Okay? But the fact is, if you think what you just said is true, you're a fucking moron. What he did to Scott, passing his info out to everyone, was a form of doxing. You don't have any understanding of the law. You have no understanding of what the actual legal definition of doxing is. And on top of that, you're just trying to utilize this to try to further your case. It's fucking beyond pathetic. And I would expect more from an adversary than such a fucking pathetic attempt to explain things. Because that's just so fucking dumb. So fucking dumb.
Again, Travis, with that one, you forgave him. So I still hold the fucking stance of it. It wasn't right, but you forgave him.
There you go, Nikki. Or he just did that because he didn't want shit, and then he held a grudge until he had the fine, opportune moment to basically strike back and be like, finally, I could get my revenge on Dave. Thus proving that he's a small dick ChiCom faggot that, couldn't stand up for himself in the first place. Which one is it? Somebody explain.
I get the Scott one, but that's a real different. 90210. Like, I get the Scott one, but that was a completely different situation. I get why he did that. Then if he apologized and you accepted his apology, shouldn't that have just been it?
Doxing doesn't mean it has to be published publicly. Yes, it does. And there's also intent. Okay. Clearly, you don't understand the law. Apparently, you understand psychology, which doesn't seem possible because Spartan King will explain this later on in the video. But, he says exactly what I've been saying. How is it that these two people that study psychology can't understand? If they claim that Dave is a narcissist, if they claim that Dave is this or that, how can they understand that if that's the case, that he's not going to give a flying fuck about what they're saying? And he's like, I think one line was like, that's like psychology 101. So he fucking destroyed them, in my opinion. But let's continue.
Like, I honestly don't even know. I mean, it's been so long. I don't even know what caused all the shit with the kerfuffle between you guys. I don't remember. Like, what was it that caused the kerfuffle between you and Dave again? I honestly don't remember, dude. I sleep very little nowadays.
It was until he bragged about what he did. Look at again. Big caps means a lot of emotion. Means a vagina full of sand. Let's continue.
He bragged about what he did to you, is what you're saying. When you got...
I'm not going through it all over again. What, is it too traumatic for you there, Travis? Ching chong ching. Ching chong ching.
Drink up, be merry. Welcome to the China Club. A tang, a tang.
Guys were good. Oh, I'm going to move this or I'm actually going to end the stream. You can't give me the fucking synopsis? Hold on, maybe someone
No,
else
he's
will.
a bitch. Oh, there we go. Yes. After the Ken fight, he bragged about how he found my info. After the Ken fight, what I've been saying since the very beginning, which exposed so many of the fakes out there who didn't support me but were just using me as protection for their own actions. And this is an absolute fact. So, more importantly, we must understand that Dave Rose always brags. He doesn't humble brag because I'm not humble and I'm not going to be humiliated or humbled as Shid would like. But I will brag. Absolutely. I've bragged before because I'm good at what I do. I enjoy being good at what I do. And I enjoy fucking triggering people. As simple as that. So, we got this whole situation where he bragged how he found my info. So, how he found, as in past tense, my info. That was years ago. And I've said it after the fact, how easy it was. But I've said it about multiple people. They thought they were big shit. And it's like, oh, you want to try to fuck around with nukes? Well, guess what? I've got a full fucking arsenal. A full nuclear triad. You want to fuck around? You find out. So, again, I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish. I have no repentance or remorse about it. I know that basically when people try to fuck around, and again, it's not like I switched a switch on one day and it's like, oh, I'm just going to go fucking evil. No, I said, I took my fucking lumps and stuff, and eventually people started to fuck around. And then they found out. It was as simple as that. But, once you start to actually show that you're not willing to be fucked with, oh, that's when it's bad. Oh, yeah, we can beat you all we want, but if you start to actually beat us back, oh, no, that could never be allowed, right? So, I don't think so. Now, let's continue. Oh, and yes, the Ken fight, he bragged about how he found my info. Also, I also brag about it because, again, look, Travis thinks that he's James Bond. Okay, he's read every single fucking book. He's obsessed with the fucking series. And he's even bought the same firearm that James Bond has. I would have invested in probably something better, but regardless, he wants to feel tough, I guess. And he acts, I guess, in this way that he thinks that he's, Dr. No, untouchable and stuff. But, again, such a lack of the skills that you would expect from James Bond. You would think that he would protect himself online, but what he did, he made himself easily findable. Or easily found would be the appropriate grammatical statement. But regardless, the grammar Nazi is not here to do some work today. But it was easy. And of course I'm going to laugh at that. Because this guy thinks he's so tough and then talking shit about me. It's like, but dude, you're a fucking moron. I found you very easily. So, people will want to shit on me. Oh, if you said that to me in real life, I'd send you to the hospital. You're living a fucking fantasy. It's as simple as that. Now, perhaps you've never met somebody like me in real life. It's possible. It's possible. I'm surprised that that would be the case. Because back in my day, there was many people that acted exactly like me. And it would not hesitate to take shit and fucking, put you down. But I guess things have changed. I don't know. But if they want to underestimate me, what can I do other than just respond? So, let's continue.
After the fight with Ken, he bragged about how he found my info. Well, I don't know. I don't know why he did that. That's fucking weird. Because I honestly, I think when that after all that shit happened, I was in really not pay attention mode. I don't watch your videos, Travis, so I don't remember. I know you're angry, see, man. You listen to Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I love this. So I turned it up to 11 on him. Really? So, what? you made a bunch of videos that I never watched. I have no idea what you said. I know that, I was on that show with Nikki the other day, and you were just exasperated. You couldn't handle it. But you turned it up 11 on me. Well, you're going to have to turn it up to 411. Actually, I'm going to have to say, you're going to have to turn it up to 1,488 if you really want to get a reaction. But shout out to those that actually know what I'm fucking talking about. But let's just be honest here. You turn it up to 11, and what did you get? Nothing. Nothing. No satisfaction. You remain with the blue balls. Let's continue.
C-Man's an angry young boy, is what it is. He gets mad very easily, but I get mad too, so it's not
Oh, that's true. He does.
really that big of a deal. Or I don't get mad. I personify anger sometimes. Well, I'm not saying nobody watches. I'm saying I don't. I don't watch a lot of shit.
Oh, it's funny. Travis keeps, going back. Nobody watches them. Ask Dave. Well, you have Nikki admitting that he doesn't watch her shit at all. So, the big guns, the big dogs in the community don't even watch your shit. Don't claim superiority there, ChiCom. You're a paper tiger. You burn easily.
Get here though, dude. That's not even like a personal thing of me trying to put you down. Like I don't watch a lot of shit. Like the last stream that I watched of Dave's in a long time was the one like really listened to. It was like a long time. Like before that, it would like tune in for 5 minutes and that's it because Dave goes for 6 hours and I don't have 6 hours of time to listen to shit. Like I just don't. I mean, sometimes I barely have fucking 10 minutes to listen to anything. Like
that is correct, yes, because I just provide such great entertainment, and we could never expect Nikki to neglect his child, so of course he can't tune into a 6-hour drama stream. So do not shit on the fourth drama emperor, lest the devious one take action. Let's continue.
Like literally,
Docs.
this is the only time. Like fucking about 8 o'clock is the only time I get any fucking peace whatsoever, and I'm up at 4 o'clock every fucking morning. Like my son doesn't go to sleep till about 7 or 8.
Also, you're gonna see some sort of attempt for romantic connection there by C-Man with Tiff in the chat. Very comical.
Sometimes 6.
A little thirsty there, aren't you, C-Man?
So C-Man has issues with, abandonment issues. Talk to Dr. Nines. He will give you your therapy session. Oh yeah, it's just my schedule's fucked right now.
Let's fast forward.
Make fun of your fucking shitty workouts with those pink weights.
There we go. It's not even worth getting into it or talking about it. I'll never change. It'll never change. It is what it is. Everyone can now see what they're dealing with and who's trustworthy. Yeah, and you can never trust a smiling Chinaman. That's an absolute fact, or one that's sort of decided to surrender to their ways. So yeah, that's I guess true to a certain extent there. But you'll say it's not worth it, and yet look at this. We're at 47 minutes, 2 hours and 51 minutes the total time. Don't think that Travis is going to stop here. So he says it's not worth it, but he's going to get back into it. So who cares about what there, Travis? Who cares about what there? I know who cares what's up there.
Be merry. Welcome to the China Cow. A tongue, a tongue.
No, it'll never change. But the point is, I don't even remember why you guys started going at it, and I don't even know why Dave bragged about it. But
because it was easy, and it was funny, and because literal, Ching Chong Bond thought that he was smart, and he wasn't. Again, don't LARP. Don't LARP. Simple as that. Don't LARP because you're going to be called out on it. So, simple as that.
on that one, I'll say Dave does have a habit of getting grandiose. Once in a while, was he doing it
Of course, yes, of course.
in the fucking drama emperor voice?
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Nikki. Exactly.
Like, was that, because he does that shit time to time. And when he does the drama emperor voice, I'm just like, okay, he's just doing the drama emperor fucking shtick.
Wouldn't you like to know? Yes. You may speak now.
I'm not watching you're not getting my fucking view, bud.
God damn it, Nikki. The dead hair. I mean, I have you at 1.5 times speed, but this is just too much. It's too much for me to bear.
Okay, I don't know. Like, as I said, I don't remember the time, because I think after all that shit happened, I just...
Oh, and then we got Travis there in the chat. Travis in the chat. It's my best Ken doing a southern accent impression. Says, if you want to know, Nikki, you can go back and to my videos anytime you want. And then he also says, no, Nikki, it wasn't a character in reference to me. Really? I don't know about that. Oh, yes. But maybe it isn't. Who knows? Such ambiguity. Just like my sexuality as an emperor. Oh, yes. It is Pride Month after all. Oh, yes. Speaking of and a fully open homosexual, we've got Mello. Mello was out there enjoying his time in Miami Beach, dancing with all the gays. But let's continue. What else do we have here? No, Nikki wasn't curious. I said that already. Okay, so the goon, who's really pissed off and will say some great things to reveal himself later on in the chat, says, Seaman got a girl to shit on him. What did I miss? I didn't hear that, but thankfully I didn't. Then you got Travis saying, I'm not just making shit up. You are a Chinese liar. I'm a fan of the Japanese. And the Japanese, they have an honor. But you, Chinese scum, you have no honor. You are a dirty dog, which is why it was justified to invade mainland China. Let's continue.
Just checked out for a while. Well, Seaman is into some fucking dirty shit. That's why his little section on here should be a little bigger.
Oh, a degenerate, you say? A degenerate? Well, certainly as a man of God myself, I do not accept such degeneracy, and perhaps I shall establish some crucifixes and perhaps some stakes to burn the heathens. Let's continue. God damn it, Nikki. Fucking, why? Why all the dead air, dude? Why all the dead air? You're better than this. Jeez, come on.
Let's see. Oh, God, Seaman the ass eater. Why don't you just change it to ass man?
There we go. So, the chat's now starting to get real filled up. So, Travis says, not making shit up. Seaman says, not necessarily. Oh, he's talking to Tiff. He's trying to hit on that. Careful, Tiff. If you convince him you're trans, he might go crazy. Travis says, if you're not even willing to understand my side, then don't even bother with it. Then why do you keep making videos? Is it what I said in the past, which is, if you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, then that is essentially the definition of insanity? Well, yes, that would be exactly the case. Then we got Seaman with his degeneracy about eating ass, which is going to send you to hell on a one-way ticket. And then Travis says, there's not much more I can say. Then why do you persist to say more? I mean, Nikki's already explained this to you. If you're too stupid, although you claim to be so smart, I would expect that maybe you would, you'd clue in.
But yeah, I don't know. All right, well that's fine. You don't have to say much. As I said, I don't even know why that even started. You're saying because he bragged about it. So there you go. That's a reason. I'd have to fucking.
Because I'm good at what I do. Never be ashamed for being good at what you do. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Go back and listen to it and see why he bragged about it. The context of it, was it him being a dick, or were you just? I mean, obviously it's not a way to take it back, but was it just him being grandiose and bragging for the sake of bragging, or was he just like, oh, I'm going to attack you? Or was he just kind of using you as like a cliff note of a
Also, donation lines are open. So all you hate watchers, just a reminder that you're here because you're pathetic. And seriously, I could have made this private and nobody would have known about it other than those that I gave the link to. So even you hate watchers, why don't you donate? Donate and show that you aren't the pussies that you truly are. I know that with that statement alone, we're not going to get any donations from these hate watchers, but I'm just reminding you, faggots, that you're here because of what I do. Because nobody does it better. And you can hate on it all you fucking want. You can make videos that nobody will ever see. You can do things that even Nikki Nines will ridicule. And yet you won't get anywhere. So, you know what? Maybe the best thing to you is just donate to me. Feel better about yourself for understanding that you now have met your equal. In fact, you're better. But this is probably the only way that your soul will ever get any sort of peace, really. But let's continue. Also, I'm making a note of people that demand that I go live and don't pay a goddamn cent because you're next. You don't get to fucking demand that I do free videos and not pay a goddamn cent because if I'm entertaining you, well, I think after 4 to 6 years, it's time to pay the piper. Now, just like Rowdy Roddy Piper said, don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. So, just letting you guys know. Let's continue.
achievements in his Doxopedia. Older chicks love guys that sound like Valley Girls, is what he really means.
I love this. Nikki was referring to to Seaman sounding like a Valley Girl, because yes, he's very emotional. Wesley?
Seaman, how much would it cost you to fucking, how much money would it take for you to stick your tongue in Casey's ass? Dude, Seaman, you say certain shit that makes you sound like a Valley Girl. Like when you say, oh my gosh, I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
There we go. It was because I was calling him out on the lies he spewed during the kerfuffle. That was the issue between me and Ken. Oh, so you held on to that and, Dave. But didn't he claim that that I should have come to him if I had an issue, and yet he didn't come to me? Very interesting. Very interesting. Cowardice, though, trying to save face, typical ChiCom, but very interesting.
At 20 and a Big Mac? Wow, you were brave. Look, all that shit that happened between Dave and Ken and Ken's wife, and that whole fucking scenario was a shit scenario in the first place. And I commented on that shit, I think did I comment on that with Mars? I commented on it with Mars. Like a long fucking time ago. And I commented and saying that Dave was wrong to bring that up. That he was wrong to fucking even put that out there. He was wrong to do that to people that had his back. Like, it should have just been left in-house. You know, like, I mean, that's how I handled that a long time ago. We did one or two, maybe. But we talked about that a long time ago. You know? And that shit caused damage. Like, realistically, it caused damage. I mean, it's probably what killed Friday... It is what killed Friday Night Fire, I would say. You know? I mean, I wouldn't doubt, and I don't want to speak for him, but I think some piece of Dave regrets doing that to some extent, because it's like, when you're friends with...
No. I'll be as simple as that. People might say, oh, you're unrepentant? Okay, sure. But the thing is, I was called a liar, and I proved that I wasn't. Okay? And you don't get to switch from saying, oh, you're a liar, to, oh, you shouldn't have shared that. Doesn't work that way. Okay? Either it's, okay, Dave, you're not a liar, but let's keep it private, or it's what it came out to be. Now, everyone knows, or everyone should know, that I don't just switch it on. It takes some time for me to decide I'll take action. Call me a liar long enough, and I've explained this already. Call me a liar long enough, and I'll prove that I'm not. Now, if there's collateral damage about that, that's not my fucking fault. It's as simple as that. I think I've already made a point, but I made it years ago. Don't call me a liar. There's a certain limit that I have. And if you're going to keep pushing it, eventually, you'll find out. So, just because some people might want to claim, like Seaman, oh, you can't do this, doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to clear my name. And people can call it throwing people under the bus. Okay, well, you know what? I guess you guys are just pussies. You don't have enough self-respect to defend your own name and your own honor. You'd rather be compounded to a coward, to somebody who would just rather not rock the boat. I'm not just going to rock the boat. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to drag you down into the depths of Davy Jones's locker. It's as simple as that. The rules are always out there. They were always understood. The best thing to do is not call Dave a liar, because he's not one. You want to call me one, and you want to keep trying to compound that, well, eventually you'll find out. It's as simple as that. I have no repentance, no remorse, because like other people, including Ken, but like other people, go along long enough calling us liars, and we'll not only will prove you're wrong, we'll embarrass you. So, it's up to you if that's what you want to do. Oh, look at this. The emotional he doesn't even spell it right, but entrepreneurs. He doesn't even write. My God, Goon. My God. Entrepreneurs. It's totally spelled wrong, but that's what's throwing me off. Entrepreneurs, the Emotional Entrepreneurs Club, defeat the drama empire. Dumbass mestizo. You have to understand this is I did not create the drama empire. I was pulled into it. Okay, for somebody like the Goon who claims to be so intelligent and yet invested in crypto, which is totally crashed. I find it very funny because the drama existed prior to me. In fact, I was the 6th member of Drama Club. I came late to the game to that. So whatever drama empire you're referring to must be entirely within your head. And it's obvious that you have a bias towards it. And it will be revealed with the chat that comes up later. But, when I point out factual things like that these people are emotional, they, think that it's, I guess, a joke to embrace it. But again, you're just admitting that you are emotional and also ignorant with the drama empire. I didn't start that shit. I didn't start that shit at all. Did I declare myself the drama emperor? Yes. Yes, of course. But I didn't start the drama. So you're a special kind of stupid. Let's continue.
People, sometimes you say stupid shit, and sometimes you do stupid shit. Mars and I said some of the stupidest fucking shit to each other. And,
shout out to Vikings fan in the chat.
Like, you regret it because it's not what you meant, and it's not how you wanted it to come out, and it just kind of came out that way.
And to Eric James Alpha.
Yeah, Mars is doing well, dude. I'm slowly pushing and prodding him to come back. Okay, I'm not saying you're crazy.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Look at this. And that's the accountability that I've been looking for from him. You see, I'm not crazy. Spartan from Texas makes a good point later on, but it's just like, how can you guys be so obsessed and such like bitches demanding that he take accountability and that, you know, he apologize to you? Like, it literally is a child expecting that somebody apologize to them because they told them they couldn't have any cookies.
Crazy. Like, I'm not saying you're crazy, but if you're not going to get something, you're not.
And it's funny. To be fair, if you regret something, you take accountability and not double or triple down on the mess. No, see, that's what a faggot would say. I didn't double or triple down. I just denied you your fucking infantile fantasy. I don't regret a goddamn fucking thing. But it's not because I'm doubling or triple down. It's because I know I'm right. And that I'm not wrong. So this is what a millennial would think. Oh, well, you're just doubling, triple down. No, it's just denying you your fucking fantasy. Denying you, like, oh, well, I asked you to apologize 19 times. You should apologize by this point. No, kid, I'm not apologizing to an infantile little shit. So you can keep fucking making videos. You can keep talking shit, but you're not going to get what's going to give you that satisfaction. It's as simple as that. Now, you can either throw in the towel now, or you can keep wasting energy and looking like a fucking fool. But I sure as fuck don't give a shit. Let's continue.
You're going to get something. And
the only reason I do give a shit in one sense. How easy it is to make these guys look like fucking fools. That, to me, is just, it's a pleasure that's beyond words, to be quite honest. Intellectual orgasm, if you will. Let's continue.
Also don't know what he has said to people behind the scenes. You don't know the conversations he and Ken have had.
Good point, too. Explaining simple facts to these fucking morons who just don't seem to understand. But yeah, what matters when it comes to what happened behind the scenes or all these other facts, right? Right.
But you don't. Okay, but I don't know what they've talked about behind the scenes either. You know.
Talked about big-tittied women.
They're like, I legitimately have no fucking clue what they talked about behind the scenes, and like it sucked. But I that's why I said I feel like that should have been handled in house, because it's like, yeah, I wanted it handled in house because it's like too many people get to pry their eyes into shit that shouldn't be. You know, like I am not a big fan of people knowing like what goes on behind the fucking scenes when people are talking to each other. You know. Oh, shout out to Tony and his one viewer. Shout out, Tony. Congrats. 3 viewers. Congrats, Tony. You're fucking amazing. You know what makes me laugh about fucking Tony? Is how the dude thinks he's the fucking cock of the walk.
This is funny. Travis says, absolutely it shouldn't have been public, but he causes that himself. No one else is to blame. Okay, and? Again, it's been 6 years of this bullshit, okay? And what do you hope to accomplish? You're not going to stop the unstoppable object. So, what do you hope to accomplish here? I mean, other than send yourself to an early grave? Because, you know, somebody as simplistically minded as yourself would probably, drive themselves insane, just like a certain other Nova Scotian. And, you still won't be able to change a goddamn thing. So why exactly do you do this to yourself? Are you masochistic or what?
Walk. Wait, let me spin the wheel and see if it lands on him first. It's not fair. I gotta save it for that.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, again, I told you guys, it's fucking getting good with the chat. So Travis says, he read messages out loud on air. No one else. Actually, I believe that many people have read messages on air, but more importantly is that, are you such a pussy? Are you such a pussy? More importantly, you need to understand is that you don't call me a liar. Simple as that. So, once I reach my limit, it's, people have called me a liar in the past, and time has passed. But then eventually I grow tired of the insolence of my inferiors, because that's exactly what they are. So, somebody like C-Man says, you're a liar, you can't prove this. Well, I can't prove the videos that were deleted by Scott or Mars, but I can certainly prove some of the stuff that I've got as screenshots, which I went and made those screenshots at that moment. It's not like I had them. It was just a simple conversation that I actually had with Shannon. And I took those screenshots, and then I showed them. So the only issue here is people don't like when I disprove them when they say I'm a liar. That's obviously the logic here. There's really no other explanation. And you have to clue in on this shit. It's not difficult at all. But, again, people confront me, oh, well, this and that. Okay, well, here's the proof. How dare you show the proof? But you just challenged me and called me a liar, and I just proved you wrong. Now you're getting mad? It doesn't work that way. You don't get to insult somebody and call them a liar and not expect any repercussions. And if you look like a fool, Seaman and Travis, well, then you look like a bunch of fools. But that's not my problem. Let's continue.
Okay, I didn't land on C-Man, but as I said, I was just trying to see it land on, because I want to save this. I don't want to just fucking waste it, Yeah, no, I'm not gonna waste it. I'll save it for. No, don't worry, C-Man, you're safe, dude. You're safe. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of there was some movie.
Look at Travis in the chat. What's wrong with you people?
Where like some guy was going around and he was just fucking roasting everyone, and he pointed at some guy that was like, it reminded me of you, kind of C-Man, and he just said, "I can't. You're too easy," and the guy just kind of deflated, like, "I am."
Come on, Nikki, hurry up. We got you 1.5 times speed. What are you fucking doing? I think we got you 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. Look at all this fucking dead air. Nikki, you should be ashamed.
I'm not roasting C-Man right now. Dude, C-Man, you're too emotional. You're way too emotional.
He is, and when he calls in, you'll hear it.
You listen to Limp Bizkit. Dude, I want to save that, because I'm going to be honest, you fucking C-Man and Travis have really been grinding my gears lately, and I got something for them.
Look at that dick sucking there. Nikki, I couldn't ever... God damn it. Hiccups. Nikki, I couldn't ever go back at you for shit. I genuinely respect the fuck out of you. Probably wants to fuck the fuck out of him. And you guided me quite a bit in the community. Oh, a romance, a new romance in the community. How beautiful. And we got Travis, who is lying here, says, all right, I'm going to go, booby. Have a good night, Nikki, which is referring to Nikki. But again, I'm the one who's saying the N-word. Oh, yes, yes. Go give me a like and sub. But he's going to be in the chat for quite some time after. Let's continue.
All right, later, Travis. You have a good night, dude. One chong bong. All that shit. I don't know. That's how my wife sounds to me. So.
Just say ching chong ching. Perfectly fine.
But yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, that whole shit is such a fucking hard thing. And
now Travis is getting offended. Oh, come on with the ching chong ching. Well, ching chong, fuck off.
And I still stand by opening the gates. Oh, fucking Travis, calm down. My wife's Asian too. It's okay. It's kind of like when two black guys use the N-word. We're basically like distant Eskimo brothers somehow. There you go. Well, both frogs. Say no more. But I don't know. It's a hard conversation, and for me personally, it's not a fear thing. Like, it's not. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm afraid of Dave, or not everyone, but some people say that. And it's like, but why?
Because they're gay, Nikki. Because they're homosexual and they take it in the pooper. That's the only conclusion that I can gain from that.
I can shit on Dave just as much as he can shit on me. You know, I mean, he's not gonna do anything to me. I'm not gonna do anything to him. You know, it's just.
That's where you're wrong, Nikki. I'm going to order you a goddamn pizza, and I know that you don't like certain ingredients, so I'm going to fucking order the ones that you don't like. And then I'm going to tell your wife, and then she's going to say, well, we can't waste the food. You can't do that, Nikki. And then she's going to force feed you some sort of pizza you don't like. Do you like anchovies or don't like? I want to know what you don't like, because that's the pizza I'm going to order you. I'm just going to... well, what's the pizza equivalent for swatting? But I'm going to just send like 5 different companies to just bombard you with different pizzas and like ingredients you don't like. And your wife's going to be like, but he's paid for, husband. We eat now. And yeah, you're going to be forced to eat food you don't like. How about that? I'm going to get you, Nikki. I'm going to get you.
And it's like people want to go and push for it because maybe they want to see that battle. But like, honest to God, I don't have time for it. Later, Jay Diz, brother. You have a wonderful night. I honestly don't have the time and effort to put into that kind of shit. You know?
Shout out to the man with 2 first names in the chat.
Shit. A sec. Because, I mean, that's just a fucking lot of effort. You know, that's a lot of effort. Like, I'm already wondering, I already know for a fact Dave's gonna fucking, he's gonna review this.
To be fair, Nikki, and to everyone else, I did not actually plan to review this tonight, but... I'll be honest, I was bored, and I did hear some of this stuff, and Nikki was talking to me offline, and I got inspired. Let's continue.
Because, you know, he's going to say, oh, you know, and he's going to make his points, and he's going to, you know, take his shots too. But, and I do continue to go on to the, you don't know Dave like I do, because it goes like this, all right, and it's not fair to compare this, because Dave obviously isn't my best friend, but if Mars was doing like shit like Dave, God, am I going to stop talking to Mars? Am I going to have nothing to do with Mars? I'm not saying you. I'm saying people. I didn't say you, Travis. I'm saying people. Like, you're not the only. You know, you're not the only person in this community, Travis. No, not you, Travis. I'm saying other people, not you. I'm talking about the community as a whole. Okay. The community as a whole. Like, this community has accepted a lot of shit that it shouldn't have accepted.
I'm going to say one thing about Travis's comment here. C-Man will get this. Sorry, C-Man, will this get spun that we want Nikki and Dave to fight? On the record, never once said that should happen. Well, first of all, it's very suspicious, because that's what a criminal would say, a guilty criminal. And also, that's just stemming back to the obvious conduct that was carried out by both C-Man and Travis, which was, in fact, to get me and Ken to fight. They might claim that it's not true. It's a fact. Simple as that. And the same thing is here. It's the conduct. They don't have to telegraph, oh, Nikki, go hit on Dave. But they can try to do what they did in these streams, which I was not present in, to attempt to malign me and create a new narrative. Yes, I see right through your plans. I may not be the emperor anymore, but I certainly still have a little bit in the reserve. So, it's clear that yes, your actions are attempting to get myself, Nikki, and Ken to fight. Well, both of them to fight me is really the whole situation, but... it's not gonna happen. Oh, yes. Or I should say, no, it won't happen. Let's continue.
For a long time, if we're going to be honest. And that's not necessarily anyone's fault here for I mean, it is to some extent, but I lay the biggest blame for...
Also, what I'm going to say is, if you're watching the show and you're not donating, well, you should consider doing so, because... if you're hate watching, you're truly a scumbag. And you're getting free entertainment, or at least you're getting something that will enrage you. So, clearly cowards, as you are. But if you're enjoying the show, and you're not paying any money, there's something questionable about you, is there not? After all, have I not provided hundreds of hours of entertainment? Of course I have. So, if you come to me privately and you demand things, and yet you're here in the chat, Enjoying the show? Well, I'm taking notes on everybody. Because clearly, there are some that appreciate what has been done on their behalf, and there are some that do not. So, I'd suggest don't hate watch at all. Don't hate watch at all. Because it might come to bite you in the bum. Let's continue.
One's fault here for I mean, it is to some extent, but I lay the biggest blame for the stuff in this community at Joe's feet, with his content and the way that it attracted a certain type of person, right? And when your content's geared towards a certain type of thing, you can't just cut off.
It was much more intellectual at the beginning there, Nikki. Please don't just say that, Joe Cron immediately attracted retards, because that's not the case. At least don't insinuate that.
People like that because that's content, Like it's not like Joe is fucking Shroud, I mean, he's not trying to have this like really nice friendly community, or he was more akin to like Ice Poseidon, I mean, go look at fucking Ice Poseidon, the fucking Purple Army. Jesus fuck, dude, you want to talk about like they make this place look like fucking Candyland.
Who?
I don't think Travis and Dave are gonna make up for a while, but I mean, I'm saying never say forever. Never say you're gonna always be mad at something. There could be something that happens. Like, what if something really bad befell Dave? Like say Dave went through something really fucking bad, and like really bad, and he was talking about it, and he was just like really like you're gonna hit him while he's down. Like maybe I like to think some people in this community would be the bigger person, be like, what, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry. I'm here if you need me. Yeah, I mean that's the point, I mean it's just, dude, it's just not the same. It's not the same thing. Like this place has just been, it's been fun to fuck around in, It's been a fun little experiment, but it's just not the same. It's just been a lot of threats by a few people, is what this place has been. Maybe he would though, but that's the point though. Dave might. Dave will surprise you sometime. Shroud's Woman has a great rack. Like he does. Like, but some people do surprise me here. Like a lot of people have surprised me before with compassion in this community that I never thought would. I mean, fuck. I got a congratulations. I don't know how much he meant it, but I got a congratulations on my son from Scott. If he meant it, I'll say thank you.
Why don't you have him blocked, Nikki?
I think some people get tired of fighting all the time. Maybe, I mean, Dave will say, if he's reviewing this is the part of the stream where he'll say, I never get tired. And, but I he's a cyborg and I am not.
I don't get tired, but I get weary from time to time, and sometimes I do have to take a break.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing with that, Seaman. That's why I would never get on a call. If Dave and I were going at it, I would not bother trying to talk to him one-on-one and going back and forth, because I know exactly what he's going to do, and I'm not going to get anywhere with that. Like I'm not going to get anywhere with that. If Dave has it in his mind that you are, for lack of a better word, the enemy, he's going to show you no quarter. He's not going to show any, at least from what I've seen him deal with certain people.
That is correct, me hearty. I show no quarter to me enemies. Absolutely. Nicky Nines know what he speaks of.
Oh, Costanza, I hope this thing lands on you. I wanted you to call in, but I'm saying, I've had Wire want me to call in when certain people aren't talking shit, and I didn't get on because I don't feel like dealing with this shit right now. I'm busy.
And Goon just shows himself for who he is. Says, Dave lost my strong support when he revealed saving personal info. I've been saying that for years, dude. Since the drama club days and earlier. That's stooping to a level those you bash. Dave's better than that. I can be whatever the fuck I want, and the fact is I will stoop as low as needed because I will fight fire with fire. It's as simple as that. How difficult is it for you fucking cowards, for you pussies, who apparently have never been in an actual fight in your life, would say that sort of shit? You're not going to use every tool available to you to defend yourself? That's what losers say. Okay? I'm unrepentant on this. I don't give a flying fuck. I will use every tool available. And if I have to use fucking nukes, I will use fucking nukes. So, stop with this bullshit. Stop with this fucking assumption that, oh, well, you gotta take the high road and stuff. When people take the low road and try to fucking attack me in all these ways, no. The only way to fight fire is with fire. It's as simple as that. And if people want to use a stick, well, then I use a bigger stick. If they want to use a nuke, I'll use a bigger nuke. And it's as simple as that. You can't accept that? Get off the fucking YouTube. Come on, Nikki.
I mean, it sucks that he banned you because you've always been pretty good, but he feels how he feels about it. Like I've said this to Dave before because I was looking at like D&D alignments, and I would describe, and I told him I would describe him as lawful evil. That he has a moral code that he sticks to, and it's not fair because like D&D alignments aren't like really the best for stuff. He's really into Rift, and it's a little more accurate.
Palladium books actually, but Rifts is one of the main things. But yes, Nikki, please continue.
But I think Dave has a moral code that he lives by as a person. But I also think Dave will do whatever it takes. To like he will do the shit that no one else will do because for whatever reason he just will. Like he will do things I won't do. But he still has this moral code. Like, and when I talk to Dave, the person, when I talk to him by himself, I see the moral code. I don't see the evil part. I see a person who loves his family. Who is very reasonable in like that capacity. Like you can have a conversation with him, you can shoot the shit, you could talk about the fucking weather, you could talk about cooking and stuff like that. Like Dave and I don't sit there and like we've never had conversations about people in the community and how to destroy them, how they're fucking like the Rads, so and so's going live in Spurgeon out, like and we'll check it out, like, and that's like very far and few between when that's ever come up. Like Dave's never sat there and said, like he's never once said to me anything about you guys. Never once.
Yep.
And maybe in that one, like you said, you don't like the threatening of the personal stuff, and I'm not a fan of it either. But how much of that is just a grand show? How much of it is just the character? No, but maybe. All right, so maybe that's true, but maybe at the same time, Dave, like the reason he was fighting against Scott so hard wasn't because of that. Because if I remember right, and Dave will correct me on this if I'm wrong, what made Scott.
Before the goon says Dave's actions contradicted what he fought so hard against. That hypocrisy. That's my only problem. Well, get in line because a lot of people have problems with me, and once you get to the front of the line, I'm going to tell you I don't give a flying fuck, and no refunds. How about that? Because the fact is that it's never contradicted what I fought so far hard against. I've always been very clear. You fuck around, you find out. And I'm willing to use the exact same strategies, the exact same weapons that other people are willing to use on me, on them. It's simple as that. Again, if you're not if you're not exploiting every single possibility, every single strength in a fight, well, then you're not in it to win it. It's as simple as that. If you're going to go on a fight, you go on a fight to win. It's not a sparring match. It's not like, no. If you're going to fight, if you're going to throw down, you better expect to win. You better be prepared to win. And I'm prepared to win. Are you?
Dave go at Scott was because Scott mentioned his father and mentioned how his father had Alzheimer's and nobody in the community knew.
Oh, I love it in the chat there. C-Man says, you want to make it your character? Don't do it for real. Go fuck yourself, C-Man. Nobody gives a fuck. You can be like, oh, well, promise me that you won't look into other people. No, I won't. Simple as that. You're not taking my nukes away from me. I'm Kim Il-jung. And, no, I'm not going to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't do that. You would have to not talk to him about it. And be like, don't do it. I mean, I've told him not to do it. I mean, it's just, what do you want? Yeah, no, Dave, Goons talked to him, and Dave in the private conversation is completely different than his character. Yeah, I know, but that's the point. See, man, he wanted to shit on you. When I said it, he didn't shit on me. He just said no.
True.
Because here's the reality. In Dave's perception, and maybe this is how I would look at it if I was in Dave's shoes, you and Travis have been, nipping at his heels for a little bit now and saying all kinds of shit. And you've said some shit. See, man, I'm not saying it's unjustified, but you said some shit. Like you like in those fucking videos that you've done, you were definitely a lot more. I'm gonna say XYZ about you that's offensive as fuck. For whatever reason. Like, and Travis is, I don't know if Travis has been more fair with it. He runs his mouth about you 24/7. As I said, I haven't listened a great deal, so
That's hilarious. I run my mouth 24/7. No, there were several weeks where I wasn't saying a goddamn thing, so that's a lie. And you're a fucking moron. 24/7. You should have at least prefaced it with figuratively. Because, your statement sounds literal. And as such, we know that's absolutely false. So. And again, are you a puss? Are you a puss? Oh my God. Somebody said something about me. Meanwhile, I keep telling these guys, stupids. I sailed away for, at one point, a full year. Didn't say a goddamn thing. You can't just ignore things? Are you that stupid? Are you that immature? Is it a mental issue? Do we have to put you into an asylum? But what exactly is it that's preventing you from literally just walking away? Are you literally that stupid? That is a question. A valid one.
So I don't know how much he has or hasn't talked about you. Like, I honestly can't say how much he has or hasn't talked about you. But I know when he was doing his original streaming, he was only talking majority about the time about Scott. Like, I mean, maybe he would say something offhand, but I don't know how deep it went. But the point of the matter is there was a serious shit talk there, and I don't know what, like, as I said, because Travis said he went back and the whole thing started because of the blow up between he and Ken and Shannon, and Travis came out, and I don't know if he was respectful about it and saying, yeah, Clam Chatter Shack. Like, I don't know if he was respectful about it and said, hey, fuck you guys. I don't know if he said, hey, Dave, that's wrong, and Dave told him to fuck himself, and I don't know if it was a matter of
I show the evidence to my claims. You see C-Man here. Just as much, if not more, than what Travis and I do. Except at least we show the evidence of our claims, or for our claims. I've done that. Again. Selective reasoning there, Travis, if you had perhaps stayed with your studies or just bothered to take, logic in high school, you would have understood these things very, very easily. Let's continue.
Travis saying, oh, you're a piece of shit. Maybe I will have to go back and watch the video. I don't know if I can spare it. I mean, I can watch it right now, but, I'm talking to you fucking monkeys. Yeah, Colin.
You care
I'm
if I
just chilling,
call
dude.
in?
I don't sleep anymore anyway. Like, I'm waiting for Mama's 9 chowder.
It's getting real.
I'm waiting for a bottle feeding that's gonna happen.
Real anxious.
A little later. Well, a bit later. So if you want to call in, go ahead. Hello. 1 second. I gotta change something. Stupid audio setting.
We're gonna go for another 15 minutes
where is it?
unless we actually get a donation.
Speaker,
And again, shame on you for not making donations. You should feel shame.
There we go. Hello.
Yeah, everything good?
But we'll go another 30 minutes, and there's still an hour and 49 minutes of this stream to go. So we'll go another 15 minutes, and unless, somebody wants to donate, as they should, due to the hundreds of hours of entertainment that I've made, we'll wrap it up and continue it at some point in the future, maybe even privated. Part 1 is public, part 2 is private, and just teach a lesson to all these fucking individuals that think they can get free content and not recognize their superiors. Let's continue.
Good.
It will be 1 second when I reset. Hello. There we go.
Good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Cool. Yeah, in terms of the most recent part of the conversation, it wasn't like Dave was just sitting.
We gotta slow this down because, as always, whenever fucking what's his name? Fucking he's so forgettable. Seaman, there we go. Calls in. He's very manic, very emotional, and he talks very quickly. So I just slowed it down to normal speed. It's still going to be quite fast, but it'll be a little bit more understandable than what we were just listening to. Let's continue.
Silent, and we're constantly fucking poking at him. The dude's almost every time he would put, even if he's not reviewing, he wasn't reviewing anything of us, but even in like chill hangouts and gaming streams, he's fucking going on and on about us. So it wasn't.
Okay.
No, not going on and on. Might I make a little flippant remark? Yes. But for the most part, there was no, direct association or statement or anything like that. There was no attempt to make the entire stream about drama. But hey, you can whine all you want there, Seaman.
I don't know that because I've never watched, because he plays Kerbals and I'm not the biggest fan of Kerbals, so I've never really watched that.
And it's
Well, you should be there, Nikki. It's a great game.
kind of why I want to fucking throw fucking, I don't know, something at you anytime you throw out like the troll comments at us. You don't really know like the full encompassing scenario of why this has gone on.
Well, the only comment I know that he has said repeatedly was the blue balls.
Here's the good stuff. Spartan King of Texas. I was talking about you earlier. He's in the chat right now. Added him to the mods, which I talked about earlier, so that he couldn't be removed. But he says, you shit in people's face for the slightest thing, C-Dump. Go get the fuck out of here. You run your cocksucker 24/7 too. And if Dave is a narcissist, and I explained this earlier, but again, I thought this was just so beautifully put by Spartan. And if Dave is a narcissist and you and Travis are demanding an apology, it will never happen. Narcissists don't. So apparently this guy here has more knowledge than these two guys combined with their supposed, studying of psychology. So what does that say?
And that's the one, and I don't know if that's what he was saying the entire time or not.
Well, he also had been painting this narrative that we had been trying to get Ken and Dave to fight this whole time.
You were. And you can say whatever the fuck you want, but it should be evident to everyone, that their attempt to try to cast me as this villain and then bring Ken into situations and other people, and then say I'm using Ken as a meat shield or Nikki as a meat shield, when all I'm doing is just raising a proper point that everyone with right mind, and it's not just me, there's others that see this. Nothing wrong with that at all. Don't feel so bad that you got exposed. It's just a simple fact that I'm quite capable of doing that.
But Travis and I have purposely kept Ken out of it almost the entire.
Oh yeah, and Spartan King actually says narcissists don't do that stuff. That's what he meant to say. Let's continue.
Of it, while Dave simultaneously, there's a multitude of clips out there where he's saying, what does Ken think of Travis and Seaman's?
Yeah, I do ponder that. I do ponder what Ken would think, because again, it would be quite disrespectful when Ken is clearly cool with me that you continue to pester him. And I certainly know that you, because he said this when he came on my show, so this is not private information there, Seaman. But he came on my show and he's like, well, I haven't really heard from Seaman about this stuff, but Travis has contacted me privately. And he told me this stuff, and I told him I don't give a shit. So again, nobody gives a shit about your shit. Let's continue.
Actions right now. Like there's a lot there, and that's why once a week, inevitably enough would be sent to me that I could go live and be like, yo, why the fuck is this still a thing?
I've got fucking 6 years of shit on YouTube. Have at her.
Like, take your shots, make your fucking stupid comments, whatever the fuck. But when you're purposely lying and trying to paint narratives because you can't address the shit you did, I'm going to respond.
And you're going to look like a bitch when you don't get a response, and you look like an emotional bitch for being an emotional bitch. I mean, don't you get it yet?
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
You lost, baby. You lost.
I don't know what else to say on the matter. Like
Okay,
I
but even that one sounds like he.
It sounds like he's just very butthurt and just can't get over the fact that he got bested. So he just can't move on, can he? Can't just take the L, as you kids say. Let's continue.
taken bait. You know.
So,
Because-
so why is it a problem if Travis and I then also respond? Why do we get called thirsty for our 1 hour videos, but Dave's 6 hours of constantly doing it despite not addressing anything we've said?
Because I'm not desperate for somebody to respond to what I'm saying, you stupid fucking faggot. How transparent can you be? I don't give a fuck, but you do. So you're like, oh, why isn't Dave responding to us? Meanwhile, I'm doing a 6-hour stream. I'm talking about fucking politics, fucking economics, fucking conspiracies, all this other shit, and not giving a flying fuck. Do you get it yet, there, kiddo? Do you get it?
Isn't considered that.
Well,
Like,
it's
there's-
not Thursday because he's not talking about you. Like I said before, him doing this.
Bah! Straight to your face, Seaman. Straight to your face.
Gotcha. It's dead. Like that horse is like he should be a fucking necromancer with as many times as he's resurrect that horse to kill it again.
Of course, yes.
You know,
Yes, he's talking about us though. It's not like he just because
He's talking about us, guys. He's talking about us. Oh,
he's not
He can't do that.
playing those specific videos doesn't mean that he's not sitting there running his mouth and making narratives.
Making narratives. What am I, like the narrative dinner truck? You know, like the food truck? Making narratives all around? Are they like crepes? You know, nice and thin. Fill them up with some delicious, vegetables, fruits, creams, chocolates.
Yeah, but I don't listen to that. I'm not going to listen to 6 hours of it to nitpick every little thing.
Another great aspect of my abilities. If you truly want to go against Dave Rose, you're going to have to beat the man. Why? Because I'll give you a nice long video that you're going to have to review everything if you wish to address what I said. So to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Can you beat the 6 hours, the 8 hours, the 12-hour fucking stream? I encourage you to try. But we all know there's only one real world's champion. Woo!
You know, like I don't. And I haven't listened to it in a long time, other than like the other day, maybe another one about a month ago when he was reviewing, I think, something with Wire and I. But like I don't know if he's sitting there talking shit XYZ and about you guys all the time.
Oh yeah,
I don't know the context of it. I suppose if he's going for 4 to 6 hours, sometimes 8, he's gonna bring you up. But is it like a passing remark? Or is it like
it's all the fucking time. Peyton, he at one point was saying that we're pedophile supporters because we
all the fucking time.
didn't believe that I didn't believe that Scott was a pedophile. Like all sorts of shit, bro. I don't even.
I already clarified that the word pedophile is not the appropriate word for somebody who's interested in somebody who's between 14 and 16 years old. There's a different word for that because there's different layers and levels of pedophile and all that shit. So I made that very, very clear. So, no, I don't think so. Also, we will be shutting down shop in about 5 minutes unless someone wants to donate. So, again, all you hate watchers and all those that tune in but yet demand a free show without paying a goddamn cent, well, your show is going to end in about 5 minutes. So, let's continue.
Sit and listen to Dave. I'll click on, hear him talking shit, click off, check back in a little later, and then he's talking shit about it. It's all the fucking time.
You're obsessed, dude. It's all the fucking time. Seriously, so I'm doing Kerbals. And I go from fucking, oh, well, on Earth, we actually have to deal with this amount of gravity, and currently NASA is doing, to talking about you. Really? Really?
It legitimately is all the time. So this
You're a liar. That's just a blatant lie. Okay, you call me a liar. Okay, I'm not a pussy like you who gets bent out of shape, but you are basically lying here at this point.
idea that he left and wasn't saying shit about us and lying and spinning more narratives is just bullshit.
I spin the narratives right round, right round, narratives right round. Gonna have to remix that.
It just is. Like I'm getting sick of this fucking like.
You're getting sick. Maybe see a doctor or a psychologist. I mean, you did study psychology. I would think that you would have some knowledge about personal care, but you're getting sick of things because of somebody on the internet not dealing with your shit. Tell me again, sir. Do you feel like you're being persecuted? Do you feel like there's voices in your head, sir? Because it sounds very much to me like perhaps you might benefit from some time away from technology and civilization.
No offense to you, but if you don't know the full extent of what's going on, like, quit giving this guy this immense benefit of the doubt because he's obviously a fucking shithead.
Listen to the emotional strain in his voice. Personally, it gives me pleasure. Some people might claim, "Oh, you're a sadist or masochist or whatever," and I would respond with, "And," but okay. I mean, the fact is, it's just so delicious. It really is delicious. It's like, again, like a psychic vampire, just getting the energy, and that's why I say, it's not worth hating because you're creating a karmic energy level, and there's problems there, and there's potentially to attract spirits and all that sort of shit. A little esoteric for today's discussion, but clearly just despises me, and it just makes me more powerful. What can I say? Yes. Let's hold on. Let me just quick check here. We're going to wrap up in about a minute since nobody's donated, even though so many people have been watching and enjoying the show. Again, freeloaders. But let's go for
Yeah, but I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving I don't know all the facts on that, and I'm giving them unless you're going to just point blank talk shit, then it doesn't matter. Like, keep it, I believe, for me, how I would go about this is I would have just kept shitting on him once or twice a week. And I would have went and shit on him, and then I would have walked away. And that's what I would have done with this if I were you guys. I wouldn't have taken it personal. I wouldn't have taken it anything for more than it was. Now, if he had my actual information, he was trying to do something with it, then I'd...
Oh, and I do find this very comical, because I said this earlier, is that Spartan King of Texas says, "Who has the master's degree in psychology again? 101 stuff, to be honest." I literally told Nikki this earlier today, just commenting about what I saw, and in the chat and stuff, which is why I wanted to share it because I just thought it was so fucking funny. But it's just like, Spartan King just literally just said almost exactly what I said to Nikki. It's just like, okay, well, if Dave Rose truly is a narcissist, then do you really expect an apology from the guy? Do you really expect him to respond in a manner that's now going to acquiesce to whatever injustice you feel you've faced? Get fucking real. And it truly is fucking, psychology 101 shit, to be quite honest. So, fucking Spartan certainly saw it for what it was. And it is comical to address this sort of thing. Now, for my own personal needs, I will have to say this, but we are now ending the show. at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 43 seconds. But we certainly shall be back, probably tomorrow, just to continue to review this stream. And a very hilarious stream it is, because the chat alone is quite hilarious. So, I congratulate Nikki on winning all the states there. As you can see, he won all districts there in the United States. Still waiting for him to be declared president. But, yeah, we will see you next time. And there certainly will be a next time. There shan't be anybody that shall silence my voice. And we shall continue to embarrass children and ChiComs alike. So, as I like to say,
Welcome to the Chinatown.
and we shall see you next time.